And we welcome you live to U.S. Baseball Park, home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League in Ozark, Missouri, and site of the GRBL Sunday triple header. This is game 2 of a 3-game docket today. It is the 2-2 Republic Locos taking on the 2-2 Branson Showmen. Ball game measuring up to have major implications for both of these clubs. It is a non-divisional game. But both of these teams, nevertheless, looking toward the GRBL postseason. Just 7 games in the regular season before we start the playoffs in the race to the Howard Bell. Pretty good pitching matchup coming up today as one of the GRBL's all-time leaders in strikeouts, the Marionville Comet, Skyler Henson, faces the promising rookie from Joplin, Missouri, by way of La Crosse, Wisconsin. That is John Bortz getting the start once again for the Republic Locos. So Henson versus Bortz should be pretty tasty, and a great day for baseball out here as we do the A&L Electric check of the weather. Inching toward 90 degrees. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 4 miles per hour. It is hot and it is warm down on that artificial turf here at U.S. Baseball Park, and what should be a pretty special day all around here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. And my partner at some point in this game is going to be GRBL's Director of Operations, Steve Lale. So always excited to get to talk things over on the microphone with Steve. He was actually the first color partner I ever had when I went to work here in the GRBL back in 2018. So very fitting that the two of us are going to be together again. Here's an announcement from the Commissioner, Tony Lewis.
And this game marks his 100th game that he has called. So everyone, please look at the press box and let's give Lance a round of applause. The GRBL provided him an original Ozark shirt, a cup, a signed ball, and also a check for $100 that's dedicated to his daughter who was brought to this world just over a week ago, Kate Berger. Everyone, let's congratulate Lance for such a great job for what he does to the GRBL. We could not do this without him. Let's play off.
All right, so with that announcement out of the way, yes, indeed, I'm about to call my 100th game in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. I was trying to keep that pretty low key, but I think there was a leak of information somewhere out of the Berger household. So thank you all so much. You know, I'll just brief moment of personal privilege, I guess, say. Came out and went to work for the Grip and Rip Baseball League at the start of season 3 in 2018. Thought, yeah, hey, I mean, I might as well try this. It'll be a job. It'll be a nice side hustle. And what I got instead was just a tremendous group of friends. I've just met so many great people throughout my time in the Grip and Rip Baseball League, and it's really become a tremendous part of my life. And it's as much as I'm having fun announcing baseball and all the big plays, it's really the people that make this experience for me. So thank you all so much for inviting me into your homes, into your cars, or wherever you're enjoying the Grip and Rip Baseball League from through the years. And thank you so much, Commissioner Tony Lewis, for
love you, Rance.
Thank you, Tony. Gonna have a strong talk with my wife when this one is over for letting that little bit of information get out. And I just want to say my daughter Kate is 8 days old today. And so Kate, you know, you're not old enough, obviously, to know what's going on just yet, but maybe you'll go back and watch this one day. So don't let anybody ever tell you you can't do something. Always believe in yourself. I love you very much. So with that out of the way, let's play some baseball. Caleb Cole from the Republic Locos stands in against the Marionville Comet, Skyler Henson. And Caleb Cole enters today's game looking from milestone of his own. That is into center field, dropping down. No, it's caught. The robbery from Jacob Carlson. And so Caleb Cole will remain stuck at 49 hits for his GRBL career as Jacob Carlson ran out there and made a fantastic catch. So one away, nothing. Just getting going. It's Trent Simpson, the center fielder for the Locos. As I'll speed you through the lineup here. Caleb Cole, obviously, in the leadoff spot. Then Simpson, the catcher, Cole Hazelhorst, bats third. Then it is the designated hitter, Kyle Carpenter, the right fielder, Ethan Cole. Playing first base today is Tyler Jones. He's batting sixth. In the seventh spot is Logan Prock. Batting eighth is Matt Spangler. Hitting ninth is the third baseman, Chris Mesa. And batting 10th, the extra hitter, Farron Cogdill. Quick look around the defense here as there's a Steerike thrown. And Skyler Henson gets Trent Simpson down on strikes for the 153rd strikeout in Skyler Henson's career. He is currently trailing Andy Galley, who jumps back up into the lead. Galley at 155 with a 3-strikeout performance in 3 innings pitched for the Metropolitans today in their 8-1 win over Moon City. This is the catcher, Cole Hazelhorst, with 2 away. The showman on the infield, Jared Fox, behind the plate, receiving pitches from Skyler Henson, who just hit Cole Hazelhorst in the back. So that puts a man on. The first baseman is Toby Yorks. The second baseman's Drew Acosta. At shortstop, Carter Rennie. And at third base, Seth Burns. Out in the outfield and left, Jamar Averyhart. Jacob Carlson, who just made a fantastic catch on the first play of the game, is in center. And Brady Dean will bat leadoff and play right field today. Kyle Carpenter stands in next, hitting cleanup for the Locos. Slaps this one just foul beyond the bag down that third base line. So a couple of dandies going here. Skyler Henson for the Branson Showmen. The Marionville Comet broke into the league in its second season. Henson so far this year, 11 innings, 1 earned run, as Carpenter lifts a base hit out into center field. So that puts 2 on for the Locos. That's the first hit of the day for Republic. Puts men on first and second for Ethan Cole. So Skyler Henson, like I said, 11 innings, 1 earned run on 7 hits, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a hit batsman. Make it 2 after he hit Cole Hazelhorst. But came into today with a 0.82 ERA for the season. Here is Ethan Cole, the older brother of GRBL Hall of Famer Caleb Cole, 31-year-old diesel mechanic from Lee's Summit, Missouri, who went to Lee's Summit North High School. And instead of college baseball, pursued a career in country music. And he's good at it. He's got an album you can find digitally. Don't just stream it, buy it. It's worth it. The only way I know. Ethan Cole sends one into right field, going oppo, the only way he knows. Locos are going to send the runner, set up for a play at the plate, and the slide from Cole Hazelhorst is in time. He is safe. 1-0 Republic. RBI base hit for Ethan Cole. 1-0 for the Crazy Train in the top of the first. Looked like Cole Hazelhorst took up some of the carpet there in the right-handed batter's box. You can see the guys all looking at it, but his slide ended right on top of home plate. But yeah, what you don't want is the square of turf for the batter's box coming up during a slide, especially if it's head first, because that can result in hand injuries aplenty. So Tyler Jones stands in. First and third are the runners. Slider for a strike. So for Ethan Cole, by the way, that was his 6th hit of the season. And this is game 5. So right away, the singing outfielder has made an impact in the GRBL. Tyler Jones made an impact winning the Gripple Crown a season ago, leading the league in hits, average, home runs, and RBI, as he flew out to Jamar Averyhart that time, so there will not be and RBI. That's just a fly out to left, but Tyler Jones, the league's all-time leader in runs batted in. So 1 run for the Locos on 2 hits. Branson will try to answer right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, brought to you live and free all afternoon long on YouTube. Our title sponsor this season, Henry's Towing.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Baseball is America's pastime. And friends, now more than ever, it's important to hold on to our traditions. There's a rumbling in the Ozarks. Baseball is a tradition that softens the hard blows that life can sometimes give us. Traditions that bind us as families, that binds us as communities, but most importantly, binds us as Americans. Welcome to the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
So John Bortz, right-hander, gets the start for the Republic Locos today. Bortz went to University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. He is now a resident of Joplin, Missouri, 41 years old, and was absolutely a maniac in the month of August. Had nothing but shutout innings. For 2022, he has since been touched, although barely. 16 1/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs on 16 hits, 17 strikeouts against 5 walks and 2 hit batters. He has a 1.10 ERA in his last outing. I'll check that. That's not correct, but I was going to say had a 1-hit performance back on August 28th against the Moon City Mavericks. So John Bortz, the quality food safety manager from Wisconsin, who played some amateur baseball across the Great Lakes region, has since come to find the GRBL here in his new home in Southwest Missouri, and we're always glad. We know we get a lot of John Bortz fans tuned in to watch the games, and we appreciate each and every one of them. We truly do. Trying to make sure real quickly, sorry for the awkward silence, that we have streaming shared appropriately on all of our social media channels. So Brady Dean stands in for the Showmen. They trail 1-0. Bottom of the first. Brady Dean has been off to a good start in his rookie season. 33-year-old from Missouri Valley College. He's from West Plains. But is a baseball coach and does some work right here in Ozark, Missouri, as a matter of fact, at Marucci Clubhouse Midwest through the Zone 1 training group. 3 for 15 on the season is Dean. 2 singles and a double and 3 runs batted in. Whew, Bortz ran that one in. The 1-1. So 2-1 to Dean. Where's number 15? Worked him in again. It's a jam shot. 1 bounce. 2. Going to have to be a tough barehanded throw, and the Locos will not do it in time. It's an infield single for Brady Dean. every bit of it. So he represents the tying run here. Skyler Henson, the Marionville Comet, comes in. So Henson, as good as he is at pitching, has turned into a two-way player as his career has progressed here. 3 for 11 for the campaign as Henson with 2 RBI. Looked at a strike that time. Oh, 1. Bortz stands up, brings it from the midsection. One and one. Bortz comes set. Wanted the outer half, but missed it high. 2 and 1 now. Runner on first. A 1-0 ball game. Showmen trying to answer after the Locos took an early lead on an RBI from Ethan Cole. Two and two now. Slider swung on. This is lifted into right. That's going to get down for a base hit, and then trouble in the outfield allows Brady Dean to advance, and it is first and third. So back-to-back hits for the Showmen. Setting the stage for Jacob Carlson, who hit one Yadier a week ago. Carlson, red hot, 7 for 12, 4 singles, a double, a triple, a home run, 5 runs batted in. He's also managed to walk 3 times. Bortz went at him with a high fastball, nothing doing there. David Edwards waits in the on-deck circle. Watching Jacob Carlson, an accountant. He's originally from Nixa, Missouri. Finished out his college career at College of the Ozarks. Played professionally in the California Winter League in 2019. Baseball briefly got in and out of the hands of the second baseman, Matt Spangler, but they do get the lead runner, Henson, and Brady Dean comes across. It is 1-1. Go down as a fielder's choice, a 4-6. 1-1 score is what is on the mind of Showman fans. Runner now at first. That's Carlson, who's a capable burner on the paths, and David Edwards with a capable stick in his hands. Edwards 4 for 11 for the campaign, had 13 hits and 37 at-bats a season ago with Republic. That was his rookie year. Here's a chopper back in the hole to get it is Cole. Throws to second, and Spangler. In time, they get 1. They do not turn 2. Good hustle from Edwards. So other fielder's choice. This one is 6-4. Bring up Canada's greatest export, Jared Fox. Now lives in Ozark, Missouri, but originally from Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Went to the University of Missouri S&T to get his engineering degree and play some baseball. Works for Springfield City Utilities now as a power plant engineer. He is 3 for 12 with a home run, a single, and a double. Ooh. Undressed by that pitch was Jared Fox. So hitting 250, the OBP even better at 500, aided by 5 walks. Jared Fox, generally a very patient hitter, which made me surprised to see him go after that changeup from Bortz. That's a nice piece. Into left field it goes. And that will put another quarter in the carousel and keep it spinning. That's the 3rd hit this inning for the Showmen. puts 2 men on for Mr. Splashman, Toby Yorks. The aquarist, which, as he describes, a zookeeper, but with fish. Toby Yorks. Red Poseidon, as is inscribed on one of his bats. The flowing red hair and beard. But Toby spends a lot of his time underwater, both professionally and then recreationally. He's been on dives in the Caribbean. He's been to mostly the Dutch Caribbean, and then Belize and Honduras. So nothing and nothing to Yorks. He chased a fastball there from John Bortz to go down 0-1. So Yorks is a rookie with the Mets in 2020 in an abbreviated 7-game season. He had 9 hits, 22 ABs. He was 5 for 29 a season ago. That was his first year with the Branson Showmen. And said, you know what? I do not like anything about my sophomore campaign. And has come out of the gates very hot here in 2022. 8 for 16, 3 doubles and 5 singles. He's also batted in 4 runs. So Toby hitting .500. And not surprising, he leads the Showman in hits. 8 hits in 4 games, that's pretty good. I don't care what league, what level you're at. That's getting it into play. 1-1. Yorks lifts this one in the air, left field. Logan Prock settles under that and makes the catch for the Locos. And that is the 3rd out. So after 1, we're all tied up, 1-1. Locos will bat in the top of the 2nd right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League. All day, live and free on Facebook, on YouTube.
When times are tough, you turn to the people you trust. For more than 100 years, Central Bank has weathered many a storm, and through it all, shown what it means to be a true community bank. Our people are working right now to keep your money moving, to keep your businesses strong, to keep our community strong. Central Bank has been named a Forbes magazine Top 100 Bank for 12 years in a row. When we say strong roots, we mean it. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
Ransberger back with you live, U.S. Baseball Park. Branson Showmen, Republic Locos, all knotted up at 1 run apiece. Skyler Henson back out to work. One would suspect he will get the 5-inning designation for the Showmen today. Each team will have to make 2 Henry's towing pitching changes before this one is done. But hey, then again, I've been wrong before. Assumptions never did anyone too many favors. But for the moment, Henson has the ball. I would suspect we'll see Seth Burns, Devin Braswell, may or may not get the newest member of the 100 strikeout club, Cole Rourke, out there before all is said and done as he continues to deal with some injury. So batter is Logan Prock. He's the number 6 man in the Republic order. Swing and a miss there to get the 2nd inning started. It'll be Prock, Matt Spangler, and Chris Mesa. 1-1 the score. Slider chopped just foul, putting Prock down 0-2. Logan, a teacher by trade in Lebanon, Missouri. Played baseball at North Arkansas. Whew. Well, he started to signal a strike, but then thought better. Yeah, that was definitely a ball outside. So 1-2. Proc 5 for 13 this season. That's up and out of the zone. Evens the count, 2-2. So Logan Prock in 4 games has already matched his hit total from 2021 as the count is now full. So definitely working on an upward trajectory in terms of hit production. But he has been a steady producer throughout his GRBL career. Logan Prock, as he walks that time. First walk this season for him. Took 5 free passes in 2021. It's going to bring up Matt Spangler, and kind of in that same mold, just as Logan Prock is pretty underrated, so is Matt Spangler, originally from Enumclaw, Washington, now lives in Branson, Missouri. Sponsored by Capital Vacations, that's his employer. Had 9 hits a season ago with Moon City. And in each of the last 3 seasons that Matt Spangler has played, he has been on the team that won the Howard Bell Trophy Championship. Chopper deep in the hole at short. Carter Rennie turned off his body, made a beautiful throw to Toby Yorks at first. That robs Matt Spangler of a base hit. A beautiful play by Carter Rennie, the 21-year-old from Licking, Missouri, to get the first out. So that does move the runner Prock up into scoring position with just 1 out. So big opportunity here for the Locos in a tied 1-1 ball game. Chris Meza looking to shake off a cold streak, heading toward Arctic proportions. Chris looked at a strike there. Knows a thing or two about refrigeration. He works for Kraft Foods in the cheese factory. Trying to heat up his bat some way, anyway. Henson picks back. Rennie applied the tag to Prock, who was already in under it, so he stays safe at second. Not a bad idea from Henson. The 0-1 to Meza. That runs inside. Meza, the Locos manager. 3rd year in that role. Two and 1 to Chris Meza. The Cheese Man has struck out 6 times this season. That one ran in, so favorable count. I think Chris would he would like to get one into play for a hit, but he'd take a walk if that's what it meant. Especially given the situation in this game. Instead, swings, fouls a strike back, so we're full up, 3-2. Chris hitting in the 9 spot today. Both these clubs 2-2. This is a non-divisional game, but Republic needs a win to try to at least even up the win-loss records with the Springfield Metropolitans. Chris Meza goes down looking at a slider that time, not happy with where that was in relation to the strike zone. Nevertheless, the man in charge has made his ruling. It's 2 outs. Runner on second is Prock. Farron Cogdill is the batter. So Farron from Rogersville, Missouri, sponsored by SGC Food Service. Also looking for his first GRBL hit. Chops this one down the 3rd base line. Seth Burns up with it. Got Cogdill by a step. So a man moved into scoring position, but the Locos come away empty-handed, and we stay tied. It's a 1-1 ball game. Branson Showmen bat right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sidney McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Tied up 1-1, Showmen and Locos. Bottom of the second inning. Showmen come to bat here. Bottom part of the order, it'll be number 7 hitter Jamar Averyhart. Then it's Drew Acosta. Then Carter Rennie, the shortstop, who just made a brilliant play on the infield. Then Devin Braswell, who's the EH in the 10 spot, would be next man up, should anyone manage to reach and extend this thing. So Jamar Averyhart, the human resources worker, originally from Indiana, where he went to Trine University. 2 for 6 is Averyhart. A triple and a single are his hits. He has also struck out 4 times, so definite feast or famine for Jamar. He has also walked twice. On-base percentage up at .500. And with his running ability, that's very good. Chased a slider there, did Averyhart. Clash of a couple rookies here. Should be pretty good tussle. We'll see what John Bortz has for him. The 0-1 fastball across the letters for a Steve Reich, and John Bortz working fearlessly here, 0-2. Bortz brings it from the chest. That's outside. It's Trine University. That's up in northern Indiana. I believe they're Division 3, maybe 2. Could be wrong. Down on strikes goes Averyhart. That was strike 3. No doubt about that. We'll bring up Drew Acosta next with 1 out. Acosta from Scurry, Texas. Went to St. Thomas University. Now resides in Osage Beach, Missouri, and is working his way toward finishing out an engineering degree at Missouri S&T in Rolla. So 1 for 8 is Drew Acosta. Showman manager Cole Rourke kind of told me he likes Acosta's approach. He said, man, I know that Acosta looks like a hitter, and it will be a matter of time before looking like a hitter translates into being a hitter for him. But he's been putting it into play, only 1 strikeout, so 7 balls into play for Acosta in 8 at-bats. But down here, it's another pitcher's count for Bortz, who has worked his way up 0-2. That's up and out of the zone. So John Bortz had a little bit of a rocky start in the first, giving up a run on 3 hits. But may have found a little something here. Came home with the slider, and Acosta goes down looking. So back-to-back strikeouts for John Bortz. Starting to be a little bit more of the John Bortz from August 2022 in this game. It's now 19 strikeouts in the GRBL career of John Bortz. Carter Rennie trying to avoid being number 20. His sponsor, Rennie Pharmacy, that's in Licking, Missouri. It's Cole Rourke, the Showman manager. He's a teacher and an assistant baseball coach at Licking High School. Definitely had the inside track on Rennie. Sometimes that's good, you know. When you're a rookie in this league, it's good to know somebody, and it's good to have somebody you can trust supplying you with a little information from time to time. 1-1. Rennie waited on the breaking pitch. It's grounded to first, and Tyler Jones fields it, gets the unassisted out. EJ normally an outfielder, but playing first base today because, well, why not? 1-1 is the score. We've played 2, back with the third inning right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well. So there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
I need to change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8. Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Rantsberger back with you live. U.S. Baseball Park is the venue here in sunny and warm Ozark, Missouri, where the wind still blowing in steadily out of the south-southeast. And we have reached today's high temperature of 91. That is expected to stay with us until about 5 o'clock, where might see a few more clouds. It's going to be pretty clear tonight, and as it starts to cool, that 6 p.m. game between the Nixa Suckers and the Ozark Mountain Ducks will begin at 88 degrees. Temp should fall down into the upper 70s by the time it's done. Got check of the weather powered by A&L Electric. And here is Caleb Cole from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Now resides in Fair Grove, manages Red Line Athletics, and farms beef cattle. Looked at a strike there from Skyler Henson. So Caleb Cole, for his career, 49 hits. And that will be number 50. Caleb Cole down the left field line. It's a double, and he becomes just the second man in the history of the Grip and Rip Baseball League to reach and eventually surpass 50 base hits. Only Skylar Carter has recorded 50 hits in his Grip and Rip career. So Caleb Cole joining a very elite fraternity there, yet another accolade and a tremendous career for Caleb Cole. And more importantly for the Locos, he's in scoring position with nobody out. Trent Simpson steps in. 1-1 the score between the Locos and the Showmen. So hey, I'm sure Locos skip Chris Mesa is just thinking to himself, why don't we capitalize on that nice little milestone and bring Caleb Cole home to take the lead. Henson pitched one outside, so it's 1-1 to Trent. Slider for a strike that time, and Skyler Henson, just see how much confidence he has when he's commanding that slider. Throw it on the outer half to a left-handed batter. It's 1-2 now. Another slider. This is lined up the middle. Carter Rennie finds it, a little bobble, but he got it over to Yorks in time for the first out. However, Caleb Cole was able to motor down and take third base. So only one out. Cole Hazelhorst up. Tie ball game. It's really a grounder to the right side would do it for you, or a long fly ball into the field. Hazelhorst, 1 for 13, came into the game on a bit of a sophomore slump. Grounder to short, Rennie with it. They'll throw to first in time, but the run scores. Caleb Cole comes home, and it's 2-1 for the Locos. It's 2 outs on the board, but 2 runs on the board for Republic. That is an RBI for Hazelhorst. Empty bases for Kyle Carpenter, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Swing and a miss there as he swung out of his shoes at the slider. Carpenter now 7 for 16. So he has usurped his hit total of 6 from last year as a rookie, and he was predominantly a pitcher for the Nixa Suckers in 2021. Pitched 39 1/3 innings, as a matter of fact. And so was batting in a very limited capacity, but batting well. And this is what he wants. Kyle Carpenter, he wants to be a hitter. He is a hitter. Number 8 on the campaign for Kyle Carpenter is a single out into center field. And so once again, he is on for Ethan Cole, who's got a hit and an RBI in this game. As I was saying, the Ethan Cole, middle of the 3 Cole brothers. Of course, Caleb's already in the GRBL Hall of Fame, and now has 50 hits for his career. Chopper up the middle. That's Rennie, the shortstop, with it. He will step on the bag. It's the unassisted fielder's choice. And the inning is over, but not before the Republic Locos put a run on the board. A double from Caleb Cole, the 50th hit of his GRBL career, came at a great time because back-to-back groundouts to the shortstop allowed him to come across, and that is why the Republic Locos lead this game 2-1. Showmen will try to answer in the bottom of the 3rd right after this.
You love your truck, and Plaza Tire Service is here to help you make it even better. We've got wheels, leveling kits, and of course, the area's largest selection of light truck tires. With ATs and mud tires up to 35s and bigger, Plaza Tire Service has you covered. And we can help you select a great combination that will work with your truck. Take your truck from stock to spectacular with Plaza Tire Service. In Springfield on East Sunshine, West Sunshine, and South Campbell, and now open at 1007 Kenneth and Nixa. That's Plaza Tire Service.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center at the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Welcome back to U.S. Baseball Park, where the Republic Locos are out in front of the Branson Showmen 2-1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Getting ready to, he's got the 10-man in the order. That's Devin Braswell for the Showmen. Then we'll wrap back around to Brady Dean in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot, and then Skyler Henson. So pretty capable part of the order coming up here, and an excellent chance for the Showmen to answer in what has been a back and forth so far. We expected a pitching duel, and John Bortz and Skyler Henson certainly both throwing well, but both offenses a little more potent, perhaps, here in the early stages than expected. So credit to the guys swinging the sticks. 2-1. 4 hits for the Locos in 3 innings. 3 hits for the Showmen in 2. Trying to add to their total and erase a 1-run deficit. So Devin Braswell, originally from Hollister, Missouri, now resides in Ozark right here. So short trip to the ballpark every Sunday for DJ as he fouls one back. 35 years old, went to University of the Ozarks. That is in Arkansas, Clarksville, Arkansas, not to be confused with College of the Ozarks, which is a lot closer to DJ's hometown. It is in Point Lookout, which is just across the highway from Hollister. So Braswell, limited batting appearances, 0 for 1, a walk, a strikeout, and 1 run batted in. Breaking pitch from John Bortz. resulted in a strike thrown. It's 1-1. Bortz comes set. Another fastball swung on, fouled back. So Braswell not fooled, but not able to get the right path of the bat to put that one into play. Braswell in the left-handed batter's box. Crowds in pretty close. Trying to make that strike zone skinny. Here comes the 1-2. Oh, yeah, speaking of crowding the plate. Braswell just about got... It looked like that did hit him. But 2-2, says the umpire. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, nice effort by Bortz. Ran a four-seamer inside that Braswell turned on with kind of the inside part of the bat or close to the handle. He touched it just enough. Another two-strike pitch. Braswell lifts this one. That could be trouble if it stays on the playing surface. It does, in foul territory. But not a problem for the two-time Gold Glove Award-winning shortstop Caleb Cole to haul it in and make the catch. So yes, Caleb Cole not just making hits, he makes catches. Back to the top of the order, it is Brady Dean in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot. Dean 4 for 16, so hitting .250. Has driven in 3 runs, looked at a strike on the inner half. This was another athlete that Showman manager Cole Rourke was acquainted with prior to GRBL tryouts. Really likes Dean's approach. Doesn't swing at a lot of bad stuff. Can really make pitchers have to work. Just good type of hitter to have in the leadoff position. Down 0-2 here as John Bortz came home, tried the fastball outside. Nothing doing. So a 1-2. Another fastball. This one swung on, tailing foul. But that will once again stay in range for Caleb Cole, making the catch in foul territory. So 2 foul outs to the shortstop in back-to-back fashion for the Branson Showmen. So 2 away for Skyler Henson. He singled last time. Trying to help his own cause as the pitcher here. 4 for 12 is Henson, so a nice .333 average for him. The banking loan officer from Arkansas Pine Bluff, Skyler Henson, looked at a strike. From Marionville, Missouri, where he played for the Marionville Comets. And as a younger man, was a bat boy for the AA Springfield Cardinals. Said he wanted to be a bat boy, arranged to come in for an interview for that job. Wore a tie for his interview, and they threatened to cut the tie off of him while he was wearing it, but ended up getting the gig. Skyler played for North Arkansas College for 1 year and then 3 at Arkansas Pine Bluff at the NCAA Division I level. Studied accounting and is putting that degree into practice in his pro career. Also spent a summer in 2016 in the amateur Western Canadian Baseball League with the Regina, Saskatchewan Red Sox. 2-2. Fastball swung on. Henson saw it, but was not in front of it enough. Fouled it to the screen. Henson has his name on the Howard Bell Trophy one time, 2020. Did it with the Ozark Mountain Ducks. At a 2.45 ERA that season. Swings and grounds this one to who else? It's the shortstop, Caleb Cole, Mr. 50. Got the ball to Tyler Jones in time. So 3 balls, 3 plays for the shortstop, Caleb Cole. And the Locos maintain what is a 2-1 lead. They will come to bat for the top of the 4th inning right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free all day long on YouTube.
This coffee just isn't doing it for me today.
You say that every morning.
Yeah, I just can't get my day started.
You should really try Sumit's Hot Yoga. They have early morning classes, and trust me, it wakes you up better than coffee.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Now at Domino's, we're more than just hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're $7.99 gluten-free crust, $7.99 handmade pan crust, $7.99 Brooklyn-style crust, and $7.99 crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
Ransberger back with you live at U.S. Baseball Park. Had to duck out of the way of a flying piece of bread. The Lambert's Cafe Throwed Rolls. Never know what's going to come flying at you here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League, but generally, as they say, life comes at you fast. And sometimes it's the snacks coming at you fast. So Skyler Henson back out to work, the 4th for Branson, which means he is going to be designated with the 3+ tag for this game for the Showmen. So in the Grip and Rip League, each team has to make a minimum of 2 Henry's Towing pitching changes per game. So if you're managing a club, you must use 3 pitchers in a baseball game. Pitchers are restricted to no more than 3 complete innings of work. However, each team may designate 1 pitcher, and it does not have to be the starter, with the 3+ tag, and that pitcher is allowed to go a maximum of 5. So traditional thinking says you find yourself a dominating starter and you make him your 5-inning guy, but we've seen different strategy calls work with success through the years. Here's a grounder to the shortstop, and Carter Rennie just continues working hard for the Branson Showmen. That gets Tyler Jones, and that gets the first out here in the top of the 4th. So, conventional thinking here for the Showmen, using Skyler Henson, one of the all-time most proven starters here in the GRBL. He will go 4 or 5 today, and then we're likely to see some relief, probably a combination of Devin Braswell and Seth Burns. That was what worked for Branson a week ago, and what was a pretty nice 9-3 win. 1-0 pitch dipped into the zone for a strike to Logan Prock. Whew, Henson ran a 2-seamer. That thing had some movement. 2-1. Another slider, another strike. Count even. 2-2. 1 out on the board. Henson comes home. Jam shot. Oh my gosh, he tried to barehand that one. Slides back to get it, and he will not make the throw over in time. Henson slaps the turf with his pitching hand in frustration. I cannot believe he just tried to barehand a ball that was coming at him with that kind of pace with his pitching hand off the bat of Logan Prock. It's going to be scored an infield single, and rightly so, because Henson tried to make a Superman-type play. And you cannot give a man an error for that. This is still 1 out. Matt Spangler bats for Republic. They lead 2-1. But Skyler Henson just showing exactly what this means to him, how important it is, this game for Branson. From the chest, fastball. Spangler lifts it into center field. Charging in for it is Carlson. He makes the catch. And it is 2 away. That'll bring up Chris Mesa, Locos third baseman and player manager. Chris, originally from Chicago, Illinois, went to the College of DuPage. It's a junior college in the Chicagoland area. Swing and a miss there. There's a check throw. Nothing doing there, but Toby Yorks slaps the tag on Logan Prock. It's 2 outs, runner on. Locos lead by 1. Chris Mesa, the batter, trying to add to it here. Swings at a fastball and lifts it. That's going to get up and out of play. Upper concourse, first base side. So Chris did those 2 years at the College of DuPage, played baseball, was actually a catcher coming up, but then knee injuries forced him to try to relocate and do something else. Pops this one. It's going to stay on the playing surface, and Toby Yorks, the Showman first baseman, makes the catch. So Logan Prock got an infield single, but the Locos come away empty-handed. They still lead the Showman 2-1. Back with more right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League Sunday triple header, live and free on YouTube.
My name is Paul Sunday with Big Whiskey's American Restaurant and Bar, started in Springfield, Missouri. I've always been under the impression you do what you're good at. I got started in the restaurant industry back when I was 18. The original Big Whiskey was established on Park Central East here, which happens to be Route 66. The concept of Big Whiskey was very simple. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We just wanted to do what others were doing better. We basically are a restaurant that celebrates our bar. We're a restaurant that celebrates sports. But more importantly, we're a restaurant that has a great food product. We won awards with our pasta dishes, our steaks, our wings, our buffalo chicken dip. People are going to think I'm cliche by saying, well, everything's good. What makes Springfield special to me, whenever I was younger, I used to say that it was big enough to get lost, but not big enough to lose yourself. So I think that it has all the attributes of a big city with, quite frankly, the quaintness of the folks that live inside it.
So, in a counter move, the Republic Locos will use their 3+ pitching designation on John Bortz. So, both teams allowing their starters to go up to 5 innings, depending on how the situation goes. So, from this point forward, both teams, any relievers who come on will be restricted to a max of 3 innings. Showman did a 5-2-2 combination a week ago. Skyler Henson going 5, and then Devin Braswell and Seth Burns going 2 apiece. We'll see if they opt to stick with that configuration this time through. Locos have mixed it up a little bit more as the campaign has gone on. As Jacob Carlson stands in, it'll be the 3-4-5 hitters for the Showman. He rips a slider into left. That's going to one hop. Got out there so fast, he's going to be limited to a single, despite the depth of that hit. But Carlson, not fooled whatsoever, sends a single. And he is on for David Edwards. Just trying to look here real quick. That is 8 hits now for Jacob Carlson on the season. in 5 games. We've got a lot of players with 8 hits. To my knowledge, that is currently the league lead in base hits. Although there are several players tied with that number. David Edwards. As the runner goes, Edwards took a hack that sent him down to a knee. No matter, Jacob Carlson still able to go steal second base in relatively easy fashion. A speedy runner is Carlson, to put it mildly. So he is into scoring position. His team trailing by a run. Nobody out. David Edwards at the plate. Oh, again, a big hack from Edwards. It's a swinging strike. So David Edwards lives in Rolla, Missouri, and makes a pretty good drive, more than 2 hours, probably about 2.5, to come and play here in Ozark, Missouri on Sundays in the fall. Reached out and chased one, but just got a piece. And so he's going to stay in the hunt. He'll stay 1-2. John Bortz taking a moment as David Edwards. He likes to step out of the box sometimes, especially in 2-strike counts, and he likes to take a pretty long walk up the baseline sometimes. I know some pitchers who like to work quickly don't really appreciate that, but we don't have the pitch clock or any rules on stepping out here in the grip and rip. This is lifted into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Misjudged ball in the wind. Not enough to bring the runner home, but enough to extend the inning for the Branson Showmen. So back-to-back base hits. First and third for Jared Fox. And Foxy, big opportunity here with his team trailing by a run in the bottom of the 4th. Canada's greatest export, 1 for 1 on the day. He is 4 for 13 for the season. So 36 hits in 5 seasons in the career of Jared Fox, or 4 and counting, I should say. This is his 5th. He broke in 2018. Looked at a strike there. 2 years with the Yogis, a year with the Mavericks in 2020, then a season with the Locos in 2021. Before all is said and done, I think he would like to play for a team contending for the Howard Bell Trophy. Maybe this is it, as he sends one in the air, left field, tailing. That is just foul. Jared Fox almost did the unthinkable, which was to hit 2 home runs in a single season over that 16-foot monstrous wall, but just foul outside the pole left field line. It has happened once. It was back in 2018. Maggard hit 2 out over the course of 9 games, I believe it was. Here's the 0-2. Fox lifts this one. It's a camp out for the pitcher, John Bortz. Off the mound, makes the catch. And that is just the first out of the inning. So that is 1 bullet dodged, but the Showman not out of ammo just yet. Here comes Toby Yorks. Flew out to the left fielder last time, but he'll come up with this approach a little bit smarter. Very cerebral hitter is Toby Yorks. Really takes pride in being able to reach safely. Now 8 for 17 on the season. And a man of all trades. He plays some guitar, sings a little bit. Matter of fact, he was in college. He was at Central Methodist University, was part of an all-men's vocal group. But then marine biology came calling him professionally. But still plays. He and I have talked a little bit. I'm not musically inclined at all, but given Toby a little bit of input on recording equipment and software, things like that, so he can listen to himself back. Because, hey, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing. 0-2 here to Yorks. John Bortz trying to punch out of a jam. Fires home. It's a called strike. And Toby Yorks goes down. So John Bortz 1 out away from getting out of this thing. But it's not over yet. Jamar Avery Hart, the batter now for the Showmen. He's the left fielder. Struck out swinging last time. So 2 for 7 is Avery Hart. Looked at a slider outside. Bortz from the chest. Runner goes. Throw got outside, and Hazelhurst is going to let David Edwards just take second base there. Good stab by Hazelhurst, allowing that, or stopping the pitch rather, from really getting out of control. Second and third with 2 outs. It's now 3-0 as Bortz continuing to nibble on Avery Hart. Imagine Jamar will keep the bat on the shoulder here. 3-0 pitch. That's a strike right over the plate. 3-1 now. John Bortz would like to battle back. Let's get out of this inning. It's a breaking pitch. That's a strike, and now we're full up. So Avery Hart will not get a cheapie. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Fastball. Late starting the swing, but just got a piece and stays in. Jamar Avery Hart in a battle with John Bortz. Runners are on second and third. Showmen trailing 2-1. We are in the 4th inning. Big opportunity here for both the pitcher John Bortz and the batter Jamar Avery Hart. Back on the rubber goes Bortz. As he comes set, likes to raise both hands up pretty high. Starts from the midsection, comes home. It's a slider swung on, fouled off. So the battle continues. Avery Hart and Bortz. Bortz and Avery Hart, the back and forth. This is the 3rd 2-strike pitch. Bortz comes home. It's a fastball. Avery Hart lifts it. It's going to one-hop to the second baseman, Spangler. Avery Hart a head-first slide. He's going to be safe, and the run comes across. We are tied 2-2. Jamar Avery Hart with an infield single, and we are tied 2 runs apiece. He got tangled up with the Locos first baseman Tyler Jones on that head-first slide. TJ, again, not normally a first baseman, normally an outfielder. Going to prompt a little Phoenix home health mound visit as well for John Bortz. As Jamar Avery Hart didn't get all of it, but he got just enough to set up an exceptionally difficult play for the second baseman, Matt Spangler. And with Jamar Avery Hart's running ability, he got there safely. That just may prove to be an all-important run before this one is over. So it will continue. Bortz is going to stay on. A little strategy talk on the infield for the Locos. Still runners at first and third. Still 2 outs. Batter is Drew Acosta, the petroleum engineer from Scurry, Texas. Fastball swung on, sent down the right field line, tailing foul and out of play. Big get there for the Branson Showmen. Oh and 1 to Acosta. Ooh. 2-seam fastball just found the black on the outer half. So he's now behind 0-2. look for Avery Hart to take off here. Bortz comes home. Yep, Acosta checked it. Runner will come home, play at the plate. Bortz got the tag down. He's out. They get David Edwards. Showmen went for the lead. Instead, they will go to the 5th. Tied up. A wild pitch. And then a caught. And that will send us to the 5th. John Bortz and Skyler Henson continuing to duel. Back with more in a moment.
Do you want to do more? Are you feeling called to help? Some will just hang on. Others will raise their hand to truly help. Phoenix Home Care is looking for raised hands. Phoenix Home Care and Hospice needs help. Phoenix Home Care is hiring immediately for caregivers who want to help people live life with dignity in their own homes. Take this time of crisis to seize an opportunity. Go to phoenixhomehc.com and click on the Careers tab. Be different. Make a difference. Choose Phoenix.
Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.
Guys are 2-2.
2-2, that is the score. I'm Rance Berger. Joining me, the first color partner I ever had here in the GRBL back my first week with the league, I think in 2018, the Hall of Famer Steve Lale. Coach, good to see you.
Glad to be back on board. Honored to be part of the 100th broadcast.
Yeah, well, hey, it's like this is a nice milestone. You guys did a little too much. My intent was just to say something at the end of the game.
Little did you know. You're like the
yeah.
farmer's guy now. You know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two.
Well, I need to get a hold of the one person I know who knew this was number 100 prior to the game, because some intelligence leaked out of the Berger household.
That happens.
Well, nevertheless, Coach, like I say, I tell people, these milestones are nice, but really, all I have to do is show up, keep showing up, and not do anything to get myself fired, and I'll get my 3 games a week at a pretty nice clip. So it's been a lot of fun.
You were missed last week. You had a lot to. That's probably the best thing the commissioners did over the years is get you on the staff.
I've like I said, it started out, I thought it was just going to be a nice part-time job, and it's turned into way more than that. Can't say enough about the friendships I've made and the relationships and just all the fun I've had, and you're certainly a big part of that, Steve.
You do a lot more than just showing up, because I can see your notes that you have, and you're extremely prepared, and what you add to the broadcast is just tremendous. You got me down I-44 a couple Sundays ago. I was listening to the stream as I was driving to St. Louis until we had the rain out, but that's something I didn't think I'd be doing a few years ago, going to St. Louis and listening to the Grip and Rip League, trying to see what was happening that day. You had a little rain delay that afternoon.
We did have a little rain delay theater. So here's Caleb Cole. Speaking of milestones, he achieved one back in the 3rd, a double down the left field line, the 50th hit.
How about that?
GRBL career. That's, speaking of guys just showing up and continuing to do their thing, Caleb Cole.
Shortstop playing this game has been tremendous. There's been both sides.
They've both been worked. Carter Rennie and Caleb Cole have risen to the occasion. Here's a baseball sent toward the gap, left center field, but
Carlson runs it down.
Made the catch for the second out. Bring up Trent Simpson. Where's number 13, the rookie? He is from Springfield, Missouri. A loan officer by trade, recruited into the league by Kevin Robertson. Both of those guys work for Patio. So the old Kevin Robertson recruiting pipeline continues pretty strong. Well, last year he got Devin Braswell, who's pitched brilliantly from Moon City and en route to a championship. He's now with the Branson Showmen. And this year he got Trent Simpson, who's, all Trent Simpson has done is collect 8 hits in his first 4 GRBL games. So
getting the word out.
K-Rob's got a good eye for talent. That's what I'm trying to say here. And speaking of good friendships, of course, Kevin Robertson on the staff here at the GRBL has way up there for a lot of us. I
There's
know.
another opportunity for the shortstop.
There's another opportunity for the shortstop.
There's another opportunity for the shortstop.
Carter Rennie again.
He's
just
solid.
Keeps answering the bell. Another 6-3. So 3 up and 3 down. 2-2 is the score. Locos and Showmen all knotted up. Steve Lale and I will continue our chat right after this.
What gets me out of bed every morning is the possibility of helping people. I want to give people back their peace of mind. I want to know they have a fighter in their corner when they've been the victim of someone else's negligence to help put their lives back together. I want them to know it's going to be okay. Our creative toll repeal is tell them you need business. We want our clients to know that when they hire our law firm, the insurance companies are going to take them seriously. They're going to take their case serious. We leave no stone unturned in preparing their case. We are on the cutting edge of trial technology. We have 2 decades of trial experience in representing injured clients. We become a part of our client's struggle and take on that burden. We get our clients the justice they deserve. That's the rewarding part. Look on their face, their appreciation.
They know that our team has gone to battle for them, and we have come out victorious. That is the most rewarding part.
We have carried their burden. We have walked in their steps. We have fought their fight.
Branson Showmen 2, Republic Locos 2. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up here from sunny and warm U.S. Baseball Park in Ozark, Missouri. Rantzberger, my partner for this one, Steve Lale. And Steve, it's getting to be that time. Activity in bullpens for both teams. You got Tyler Gooden getting loose for Republic, so we expect him to come on to relieve John Bortz. And then Seth Burns is up getting loose.
Both pins are hopping, aren't they?
It's an interesting move there. I wasn't sure, what Cole Rourke would do, what combination of personnel he would use after Skyler Henson went in and gave him 5, but it appears he's going to call on Seth Burns up next. So next man up mentality. Both of these teams were definitely drafted to have good pitching, and both Bortz and Henson have played pretty good games here. Nothing settled just yet. Bottom of the 5th, all tied up.
2 good jobs by the starting pitchers today. So
here's Drew Acosta once again. It's deja vu all over again. He was batting when a runner got caught on the wild pitch and then the play at the plate.
That ball's up for ball 1.
1-0.
Hit him, I think.
Yeah. So Drew Acosta wears 1. Gets on first base the difficult way. Bring up Carter Rennie. And man, he has just answered the bell time and time again today when ground balls have been hit his way at shortstop. He's got 4 assists. I don't know, make it 5.
A really nice play in the hole.
Yeah,
second inning, I think. I thought that was put in your pocket, but no, across the diamond, he's out.
So Carter from Licking, Missouri.
Bunt.
21 years old. Bunts one into play. Off the mound to get it is Bortz. They're going to try to go to 2. No, they did not. Caleb Cole, the shortstop, not believing it. So that, my friends, is going to go down as a bunt single for Carter Rennie. A very dejected Locos infield, but field umpire had a pretty good look at it. There was nobody obstructing his viewpoint.
I think they got him pulled off the bag.
I see some jaws still moving out there.
No doubt.
There's going to be some more explaining to do. So here's Devin Braswell, 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop, Caleb Cole, last time. But that was with nobody on. This time it's men on first and second. Acosta, the runner at second for the Showmen, represents a go-ahead.
Bunt again.
Braswell showed
put behind.
Whoa!
You're going to get him out.
Yep, it's a rundown for third. Say goodbye to Drew Acosta. Carter Rennie then advances. So
trying to get a little too much on the bunt.
What do they say about making outs at third base, Coach Lale?
Probably not a great idea there, but he's trying to extend his legs. He saw the guy bunting, so he's going to try and see if he can't get to third base on the bunt. Got a little too far off, and the catcher threw behind.
So heads up stuff, and Cole Hazelhorst catching for Republic is He's a great defender.
Yeah, he's trying to extend his lead and see the bunt down and got a little too far off.
So, nevertheless, 1 out. Still a man in scoring position for the Showmen, representing a go-ahead. It's the speedy Carter Rennie. Braswell took a hack there at strike 2, so he's quickly behind.
And a heads-up play by the catcher and Caleb to sense that.
Yeah. It was, the throw kind of sailed, but Cole corralled it and then gunned down the runner Acosta at third. Braswell got walked up the ladder there for a strikeout.
Chase that one upstairs, didn't he?
So it's a little bit more manageable for John Bortz. This is the last batter he's going to face, or this will be the last out he could get, rather, and then his day is going to be done. But maybe not exactly, what he wanted in terms of the score. But it's been another good outing for John Bortz. He just really continues to impress.
He was.
Oh, a little step off. Yeah, nobody was really holding Rennie, but he was drawing a little too much attention to himself back there. The dance still going on. The shortstop is Cole. The runner is Rennie. The pitch to Dean took a cricket hack.
Third. Got away. Oh, hot dog.
And that was I saw the umpire point. I think it's 0-1. Ball got away from the catcher Hazelhorst, but yeah, Dean went around. They're saying 0-1. Oof. I'll take the man moving up, but hate to give up a strike when you almost get hit. So here comes the 0-1. Bortz from the chest. Oof.
That was it. Stuck out his arm on
that hit him on the elbow, and thank goodness he had the pad on. That would have been a trip to urgent care otherwise.
Nope, man visit.
Yep. And that's Chandler Veet going out there. He's another relief pitcher. Chris Mesa staying put. But it is going to be a Phoenix home health mound visit as Veet came out of the dugout.
Showman had a promising inning, first and second. No, it didn't look like it was going anywhere, but now they got it going again. Maybe they can make something happen here.
It's all going, these 2-out rallies. Seen time and time again here in the grip and rip. You can sometimes do a lot when there are 2 outs on the board and your back's a little more against the wall. I like, we've got the chatter on the Locos infield, but you see what the Showmen are doing. Their skipper, Cole Rourke, is talking things over with the runner, Rennie, and the batter, Henson.
Talking it over.
Well, now, this is interesting. Veet and Henson talking. I'm sure that was an enlightening conversation, whatever that was.
Yeah, I bet.
So Henson laughing as he gets into the batter's box.
See if Henson takes a hack here.
All right, 0-0, 2 outs, first and third, tie ball game. Branson trying to go back into the lead.
Up.
Bortz misses high. 7 hits for the Showmen, so they're producing a little more. Just don't quite have the lead to show for it. Bortz again from the chest, stands up tall as he comes set. Comes home. That jammed Henson up a little bit. Ball is
believe he has it.
Shallow left.
There we go. Escaped.
Logan Prock made it interesting for just a second. But
look, we're getting some sun out there this time of day.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of it.
Oh, we got the kids raised.
Kids are racing on the infield. We'll treat you to the visual as Steve and I take a quick timeout. Back with more right after this.
When times are tough, you turn to the people you trust. For more than 100 years, Central Bank has weathered many a storm, and through it all, shown what it means to be a true community bank. Our people are working right now to keep your money moving, to keep your businesses strong, to keep our community strong. Central Bank has been named a Forbes magazine Top 100 Bank for 12 years in a row. When we say strong roots, we mean it. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you are stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
2-2 is the score. Showmen and Locos all knotted up as we head to the 6th. I'm Rance Berger, my partner Steve Lale, and it's a Henry's Towing pitching change. The mound man for Branson, Seth Burns. So far in 2022, 7 innings, 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 8 strikeouts to 6 walks. So if there's a knock on Seth Burns, it is the strikeout to walk ratio, but a 2.57 ERA, 1-0, his win-loss record. Seth had a great season in 2021 with Nixa, 24 2/3 pitched, 9 earned, spread out 26 hits, struck out 28, and walked 16, 3.28 his ERA for the full campaign. So, Steve, that's kind of been the MO for Seth Burns. You know, he can be a strikeout pitcher, but he's a guy who works deep into a lot of counts, and so therefore, you know, he walks more batters than a lot of pitchers do out here. I think that sometimes stops Seth from being regarded, you know, in the same breath as some of the league's true elites. But make no mistake about it, Seth Burns is very good and he can be very effective, and he has proven it already this season with Branson.
Sounds like he makes the pitches when he needs to.
Yeah.
So he's got the good ERA, so
sometimes
walks
Seth
the guy that finds a way to get out.
Sometimes, you know, Seth Burns just needs to make it exciting by getting a couple of hitters on, and then he'll bow down. It's very bend but not break.
There you go.
So he's a beef cattle farmer from Sleeper, Missouri. He went to Stoutland High School up in Laclede County.
Yep.
Pretty good small school program. And once told me his only special talent is working a lot of long hours without making a lot of money. So he answered like a true farmer.
There you go.
And Seth went to Evangel University, now 31 years old, 3rd year in the grip and rip. And I feel like I say this like a broken record, but it bears repeating. He just seems to get better and better with each season. He's really figuring out you know, a love of the game, but an effectiveness as a pitcher at the same time. So I really enjoy watching Seth compete, is what I'm trying to say.
You talking about these guys getting a little better each year they come back. That's one thing I've noticed with the league. It seems like they're putting a lot more off season. They'll get in the league, and well, maybe I need to do a little more in the off season, and a lot of the guys are doing that.
So Troy McPherson has gone behind the plate for Branson, so it's a full battery swap. Skyler Henson has gone to second base. Other than that, the defensive alignment staying the same. It's still Acosta at third with Rennie at short. Cole Hazelhorst, the batter, is in a 1-1 count. Yeah, you know, I think for a lot of rookies, it's all right, I made a team. You know, it's all about I'm getting to play baseball again. And then you see the mindset kind of switch, like, oh boy, it's not enough just to play. You know, I want to compete and I want to win. So let's see what the most successful players do to make it in this league, and that is some work in the off season, to put it mildly. But that's where a lot of the some of the best friendships and the relationships are built, and produces a lot of fun along the way.
One of them, yeah.
So 2-2 for Cole Hazelhorst.
Yeah, they're getting in the batting cages, doing some throwing, a lot of off-season throwing, getting ready for the season.
It's kind of one of those, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, as I like to say.
Woodstock High, Georgia.
That is where Cole Hazelhorst is from. Swing and a miss. Seth Burns collects the strikeout. That's pretty typical Seth Burns pitching right there. Work to count. 2-2. Hazelhorst wasn't sure what he was going to get. Seth got him with a fastball low. Here's Kyle Carpenter. And boy, has he been dangerous. Carpenter today, 2 for 2. Pair of singles. So he now is 8 for 17 on the season. Hard to believe this guy came into the league, with pitcher being his prominent role.
He stroked one to left center earlier in the game. I was sitting down there with Coach England there earlier. We had a nice at bat. Just kind of
really
guided it out to left field.
Really takes good approaches. And that's what impresses me about Kyle is it's kind of the old Bruce Lee motto, be like water. He's not up there swinging out of his shoes, although put pretty good wood to that. Unfortunately, it's just
Jacob
right at
Carlson.
one of the best center fielders in the league, and Jacob Carlson for the second out. 2 for 3, but yeah, Kyle's pretty good ordinarily about taking what's given to him. He's not afraid to just slap one out to the opposite field.
I think he hits that one right on the head. He has a good approach. He just takes it to it.
Easy does it.
Takes the bat to the ball.
So here's a guy who's not afraid to swing out of his shoes, although got on top of that one. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, and a great day continues for Carter Rennie.
He's had a number of assists.
3 up and 3 down. We stay tied 2-2. The Showmen will try to punch their way into the lead right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free all day long on YouTube.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Henry's Tillich pitching change for the Republic Locos as John Bortz has done all that he can per league rules. So, like it or not, he has to hand it off here. It's Tyler Gooden getting the ball for the Locos. Where's number 14, a left-hander from Stratford, Missouri. Went to North Arkansas College. And Gooden looking to, there's Steve, looking to find it here. 5 innings pitched for Gooden, 6 earned on 10 hits, 4 Ks. He's got 3 walks, so a high ERA at 10.8, looking to bring it back down. 33-year-old rookie from Stratford, Missouri, impressed heavily in tryouts, showed pretty good command and a nice mix of pitches in his bullpen session. That's why Chris Meza went high on Tyler Gooden. Sometimes command, especially in pressure situations, has eluded him. You can see a ton of potential is there for Tyler Gooden to be effective in this league going forward. He's just perhaps getting a little.
Find it today. That'll be good.
Just maybe a little bit impatient, looking for it right here, right now.
Had a lot of North Ark alumni in the league.
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty good little pipeline, and hey, junior college baseball is, first of all, just a good venture in this day and age when most college baseball players have at least one transfer anyway.
Jacob Carlson, he probably had one of the hardest balls I've seen in the league last Sunday.
That home run he hit out of here was something. I mean, first of all, it's 375 the distance to the wall. The wall is 16 feet high, and he carried it without any doubt.
About 2.3 seconds to leave the yard.
It was not here for long. 0-1 here. Carlson facing the lefty. Tyler Gooden. Slow kick, fall forward, missed outside. Gooden's probably being a little bit careful with Jacob because footage of that home run certainly made the rounds on the internet.
Get a few hits. David Rodriguez.
He also homered, and then the Jared Fox home run. It's been since 2018 was the last time we had 3 home runs in a season, and we are only at week 5 at this point. So
You think it'll happen? I think it will.
Somebody's got to hit one more out of here.
We about had it today. Fox just
we thought
almost
about
curled
it.
that around the pole, didn't they?
Good missed up and out. Carlson being patient here. 2-2. Kyle Carpenter. Nope, check that. That's not Carpenter. That is Dusty Nealis throwing with Kyle Carpenter in the left field bullpen. But that may be both guys getting loose, actually. 2-2 fastball swung on, fouled back. We'll load up and do it again.
There you go.
Jacob Carlson 1 for 2 today. So 8 for 14 on the season.
Got the count right? Let's see. What is it?
Should be 2-2. Needs 2 more hits to match his hit total from a season ago with City, and now time is called. Can't tell. It may have been all 3 guys wanting time. It looked like no one was ready for a pitch.
A little collaboration on that one, didn't it? Let's regroup here.
Here we go. 2-strike pitch.
Straight back.
Fouled him back. Well,
if we had our net, we could have caught that one if we came on back.
A little bit of build-up for very little hoopla, but all right. The battle is on. Carlson
might get out.
Another foul ball. Yeah, that'll get to the seats. Second row, maybe third.
Now, do you think the grip and league will go with the everybody on the infield? I see Cole a couple feet in the grass there. That won't work next year here, will it? Since we're going major, or what will we do? Or will that be?
I think everybody.
Several Zoom meetings with you guys.
I hope we don't have Zoom meetings over where fielders can stand. That's not really my department. No, I've never really had a problem with middle infielders who like to play with their heels in the grass. That's just part of the game, and you know, if you've got the range and the arm to do it, all the respect in the world to you. That was kind of funny. There was a speaking of, since we're on YouTube, we'll talk about a YouTuber. Matt Antonelli is a guy who is a former major leaguer who has a YouTube channel where he'll play video games, but then he talks about his career in the pros as he's doing it. So he had a great story. He was a second baseman, and he did exactly what Caleb Cole does, which is stand just one step off the dirt in the grass. And he said, at this minor league ballpark he played in, he actually wore a spot on the grass from where he stood, and a groundskeeper came to him and said, "Hey, do you think you can stop standing right there on every play?" And he said, "No, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is where I stand to field the ball. Get better at groundskeeping."
Work on it.
Tyler Gooden from the chest. Through, yeah,
got him.
I thought it was first behind, but yeah, scraped right across the 1 on the 7 on the back of David Edwards. So a hit by pitch. And the situation getting a little more appetizing here for the Showmen. First and second, nobody out, and Troy McPherson steps in.
They had it going last inning, couldn't cash in. Let's see what happens here.
So T-Mac batting in the 5 spot here. So this is just a straight up swap. McPherson for Jared Fox.
Had the bunting game going last inning, but I don't think they're in the bunting portion of the lineup here. I think there's going to be some hacks.
Troy's got some soft hands. I think he just kept the bat on the shoulder there to look at a fastball for a strike from Gooden. It's 0-1. Troy McPherson, 1 hit so far in 2022.
That was down, 1-1.
Troy from Ozark, Missouri. Teaches and coaches fast pitch softball just down the road in Sparta. Does a really great job with that. I've actually, kind of gone over and my previous job with the newspaper here in Ozark, the Christian County Headliner, did a couple stories, and it was really neat to see Troy interact with the kids. You could tell You know, dealing with teenagers, as you know, Steve.
There you go.
Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get, but you could tell that the kids. First of all, they liked Troy. They believed in the message he was putting out, and on top of that, they also respected him, so they would listen to him. So he was the right combination of fun but stern.
That's going to be your parenting motto.
I don't know, man.
Firm but fair.
That changes every hour, I think. The 1-2 to T-Mac. Breaking ball. Sat back on it. Fouled it off. That's just, yeah.
I think it's going to be like being a hitter, just a game of adjustment with that. You just got to keep.
Well,
I have some experience with young girls, but
everything I thought I knew, yeah. Ashley and I are just going to go as we go. Good, and another 1-2 coming up here for McPherson. Runners on first and second in a tie game, and now time is called, so no pitch. Oh, Carlson is a great base runner, and he's smart about it too. Locos know that. They've got the right men on the infield to pick him off, perhaps.
He stole a few bases at college at the Ozark. He can run.
That he did.
And he's aggressive.
Another pitch from Gooden to McPherson is outside, so we're 2-2.
He probably hooks up playing coaching against J.D. Payne's coaching some girls softball too. Those two on the diamond together.
Yeah, so Payne is at Hurley. I bet they have run into each other at some point. I was looking Carlson.
That's inside.
Well, and that's a free pass for McPherson. So walk, hit batter, walk for Locos pitcher Tyler Gooden. They are, activity in the bullpen is done, which makes me think whoever
got something from the field coming in, maybe?
Well, either that or he's in the dugout and ready to go, whoever it's going to be. But with the bases loaded, nobody out, they're going to stick with Gooden for the moment. And now a courtesy run. This is Josh Wilbanks running for the catcher McPherson. He's the tail runner. But the guy they're concentrating on the most is Jacob Carlson at third, representing the go-ahead run. And Toby Yorks, a lot of folks don't know this, he's actually a switch hitter, so batting right-handed. Something you don't see much from Toby. Against the lefty, good, no batting gloves. Just likes the feel of the lumber in his hand as he watched a ball sail by. And if you just watched somebody hit a guy and walk somebody, I think a deliberate approach is probably best.
Middle infield's playing back for two.
Double play depth, yeah. Ooh, Yorks. He was seeing some heroics in his mind. Just did not catch up to that slider. Toby, 0 for 2 today, went down looking last time at the hands of John Bortz, the Locos starter. One pitch, make it 1-2. As Toby steps out, kind of made
regrouping.
I'm looking down at the third base coach's box where Showman manager Cole Rourke shook his head and rubbed his eyes as if to say, I can't help you there.
Outfielders are deep.
They're trying to take away anything extra. Here comes the 1-2. Ooh, Yorks checked it just enough. Deuces. Still nobody out.
Big at bat in the game here. See if they can break through.
Good. Comes home, ran it in, jammed Toby up, but
Bought
he
it
put
off.
the wood to it.
You'll see another pitch, isn't he?
I think he would prefer something a little bit down that he can reach out and lift over the infielders.
He got punched last time when he wasn't sure about something, and he's not going to let that happen again. He's going to take matters in his own hands.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Just don't leave it in the umpire's hands. Here's another 2-2. That's outside, and it gets away from the catcher Hazelhorst. That will allow Carlson to come in and score on a wild pitch. The Showman out to a 3-2 lead. So 3-2 for the Showman, and still nobody out. So a full count here to Yorks. Chance for Branson to absolutely break this thing. After all that back and forth between Bortz and Henson, as good as that was, I'm sure Showman fans would like to see the Purple Gang hang a number here. Fastball
Fouled
swung
that out
on
of
and
play.
fouled off. Toby Yorks. Now that strikeout he had back in the 4th inning was the first time he has struck out all season. So other than that, he puts the bat to the ball, puts it into play. Another payoff pitch. Breaking ball.
Nice pitch.
Well, the announcer's jinx hits Toby Yorks. I'm sure I'll hear about that later.
You did.
Well, nevertheless, 1 out. It's a big one for Tyler Gooden, but not before the Branson Showmen put one on the board. 3-2, they lead, 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Jamar Averyhart bats. He had the infield single that tied the game back in the 4th.
Caught the corner there for strike 1. Nice pitch.
And if you're Tyler Gooden, you just have to have a short memory. Borrowing from football, the defensive back mentality.
Infield's in, trying to take away a run.
Well, with 1 out, if the Locos could somehow, some way,
get out, they'd be happy with that, wouldn't they, with a run, I would think.
If they can keep the deficit at 1, it certainly would have to feel manageable. Fastball, Averyhart reached down, poked it foul.
Well, he's ahead in the count, this batter. So.
Yep. Ball and 2 strikes. There's a shake-off, although that might have actually been a fake shake-off. Gooden comes home. Breaking ball. Nope, too high. I think the whole stadium was expecting the punch. They got the lift sign instead. Yep. So 2-2. Like Jamar Averyhart, maybe even surprised he wasn't rung up there. Fastball, swing and a miss. That is a ring up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Gooden.
How about that? They can pop the infield back down and get out with 1 and still have a good shot here.
So Drew Acosta, now different set of circumstances. 2 outs. Still 2 men in scoring position, but as the fielders move back, the outfielders creep in a touch. Left-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter. Acosta puts the wood to it. That's going to stay just off the infield, but Matt Spangler.
A little momentum by the pitcher there. Got a little something going on now. Only allowed 1 run. Showman had a chance to break it over several times last 2 innings. Haven't been able to cash in.
Little silver lining there, but for the moment, the Branson Showmen do have the lead. 3-2 is the score. Steve and I are back to bring you the stretch inning right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free on YouTube.
Team jersey? Check. Face paint? Check. Go Bear! Throw lozenge? Check. Money for tickets? Ooh, better check.
With Great Southern Mobile Banking, it's easy to check your balance, move some money, even pay someone back. Download the Great Southern app and be in your seat by game time. Great Southern Bank. We're fans too. Download the mobile app today.
Check.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661. And go Locos!
Sept Burns back to the pitcher's mound for the Branson Showmen, working from the lead. So a little bit of a different set of circumstances for Seth as he got some run support in the bottom of the 6th. A walk, a hit batsman, a walk, and then a wild pitch allowed Jacob Carlson to come across home plate for the Showmen, and that is why they have a 3-2 lead. Locos will try to counter back They have got Tyler Jones, Logan Prock, and Matt Spangler due up this inning.
Got some experience in the grip and lip league between those two.
Very strong bit of experience as Tyler Jones steps in.
What's Tyler hitting this year? Do you got that up front in front of you?
Let me grab that for you real fast. Caught me on the wrong document there, Steve. So only
very seldom.
Tyler Jones, 2 hits. So a little bit of a slow start for TJ after he had 14 in 9 games a season ago.
He just tore it up last year.
Absolutely. 14 for 33, a grand slam.
Strike.
Now, I was thinking there can't be anything Troy has to talk about, but no, the ball just
popped out,
blurped out in front of him there. So 1-1 to Tyler Jones. Ooh, breaking ball did not break.
That one slid out the side of his hand, and
it's kind of
slid, I guess.
Talking about that in the first game, as we saw some breaking balls not break. You know, when it's hot and you get a little sweat going, it can be tough for sometimes for some pitchers to make it work.
Pitch.
Whoa! Fastball brought Tyler Jones down to a knee, swung out of the shoes.
Fastball in the inside half. I think he's going to go back to something off speed here.
Yeah, I think so. 2-2. You can feel free to use one here.
Yeah,
Yep, that's what he did. He changed it. Jones fouled it off his foot. Oh, now you've got him frustrated.
Not
give
much fun.
TJ a little time to walk that one off. And also give Seth Burns and Troy McPherson a little time to decide what they're going to do. That's just a good display of sportsmanship there, you know, for Troy to walk out and give Jones a little more recovery.
Give him a little
time.
break. You don't have any science behind it. It seems like left-handers get those more than right-handers. I don't know. Just my experience. Yeah, seems like they're bang that off the inside more than right-handers. But
I don't know if that has anything to do with the. I'm not a physicist, but you know, a right-handed pitcher's four-seamer is going to naturally break toward him. I don't know. Went upstairs that time. Down on strikes goes Tyler Jones. Big strikeout there for Seth Burns. We will go ahead and call that our Domino's Pizza delivery of the game. Nothing goes with a baseball game, you know, at home. Like Steve said, use your smart device or your smart television to watch the GRBL. Get yourself a Domino's Pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's. Logan Prock.
Can't beat it.
Looked at ball one. It was up close to the eyeballs.
Outside.
Yeah, came back low and away. That just kind of looked like Burns rushed a little bit there. Appreciate quick work. That was a nice pitch. Sometimes
Got the top of the zone, didn't it?
Yeah. A little bit of two-seam run. 2 balls and a strike. Back over the heart of the plate. Yeah, we're not getting that one, Coach.
It's gone.
They have gone right to the admissions desk.
That may we straight out heading toward the exit 65.
2-2. Burns' pitch to Prock is a called strike on the outer half. So back-to-back Ks for Seth Burns. He has 3 on the day. That is what Seth can do to you. Just sneaky good sometimes.
Having a nice inning.
That's not over yet. Not over yet, but 11 strikeouts on the season for Burns in 5 games. He's got to contend with Matt Spangler here. Speaking of sneaky good, that's my assessment of Spangler. 9 hits a season ago with Moon City. It was a career year at the tender age of 35.
He had a
Fastball
4 for
swung and
4 or
fouled
5 for
back.
5
Hayes.
a couple of years ago or 1 year ago. I can't keep track now.
That was 2019 with the high
Was it?
rollers. Yeah,
Really?
he'll come in and you think, oh yeah, Matt Spangler's he's a good second baseman, but why do they keep batting him like that? And then he'll just go off. I mean, that's vintage Spangler right
That's
there.
a strike. Nice breaking ball.
Oh my gosh, Matt thought he was in danger of getting hit. Seth bent it into the zone.
He's getting a little feel for his breaking ball here, isn't he?
Trusting the stuff. And trusting McPherson to put the right signs down for him. Here comes a 1-2. Swung on.
Away. Stay down, Henson. Make the play. There we go.
No problem. Henson to
Nice
Yorks. Henson fumbled his glove after it was over, but no harm done.
Nice shutdown inning. That's what you want to do after your team gets your run.
3 up, 3 down. Branson Showmen have the lead. 3-2. Back after the Sumit's Hot Yoga 7th inning stretch, because at Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
This coffee just isn't doing it for me today.
You say that every morning.
Yeah, I just can't get my day started.
You should really try Sumit's Hot Yoga. They have early morning classes, and trust me, it wakes you up better than coffee.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Now at Domino's, we're more than just hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're $7.99 gluten-free crust, $7.99 handmade ham crust, $7.99 Brooklyn-style crust, and $7.99 crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
Locos will stick with the lefty, Tyler Gooden. 3-2 is the score. Well, they had an inauspicious beginning, but as you mentioned, Coach Lale, Gooden went strikeout, pop out to finish his appearance in the 6th. So the thinking there, of course, he's got momentum on his side.
That's a fact.
3-2. Showman going to try to extend the lead with the bottom part of the order here. It'll be the 9, 10, and 1 hitters. So Carter Rennie, Devin Braswell is in the on-deck circle, so he's in the 10 spot. And then Brady Dean, the next scheduled batter after that. He is in the Anderson Engineering leadoff position. So Carter Rennie had a bunt single last time with a runner on. I don't think that would be well advised to attempt in this scenario with nobody on. Bottom of the 7th, looked at a breaking ball for a strike. So Carter, you can tell he's kind of grown up, just 21 years old.
I was going to say.
Played in a different era. He steps out to look at.
Went down, checked out coach, see if he's going to have something on there.
But he keeps 1 foot in the box all the time. And that is an approach that kids who play at the youth, high school, and college levels have to get accustomed to.
Got jammed on that one.
And Carter Rennie might have just broken his stick. Maybe not. He's doing a quality check on some lumber there. Gonna stick with it. So 1 and 2. Now in, now out. Now in, now out. What was that about? I do not know.
He's up on the plate.
Tyler Gooden comes home, ran one in, way too in.
Looks like he's crowding the plate quite a bit. That actually wasn't too far in, I don't think. I think it just appeared that way. From my angle, I'm a little farther over the left hand.
Yeah, you and I are
crowding, I think, isn't he?
Oh, he's very crowded.
And that
chops one up. Yeah. Gooden off the mound to get it. And an underhand scoop throw in time for the first out. He's going to bring up Braswell. 0 for 2 today. 0 for 3 on the season. Does have a walk and an RBI. That's not bad. You know, the old got an RBI, didn't get a hit kind of stuff.
There you go. That works. Maybe he'll break through and get his first here.
Sure, he would like to do it.
That's a strike. That's a nice breaking ball there.
It was very much a nice pitch.
Find that release, throw it again. I'd come right back with it since I found it right there.
0-1 to DJ.
Down low.
That's down. And activity again for the Locos in the pen. They've got Chandler Veet and Kyle Carpenter both getting loose, so a righty and a lefty. Second time Carpenter has been up. The 1-1. Oh,
there you go.
One could make an argument. The Court of Appeals is in session down on the infield, but that is ball 2. And now here comes Locos skip Chris Mesa. Find some time to have a little chat with Gooden. I would think, just judging by the fact that he's up on the pitching rubber, the move is going to be to go to Chandler Veet. The question is, how short or how long is the leash?
I'm thinking that might have been you lose him.
Yeah.
We might be making a move.
This is going to be it, yeah. Old, just kind of letting him know there's perhaps not a lot of tolerance for more base runners, just given the situation. 3-2, Showmen in front, bottom of the 7th. Devin Braswell batting for the Showmen. Gooden throws the 2-1 for the Locos. Bounced it, but no harm done, so 3-1.
Catchers are earning their money today, aren't they? Old hot day after a nice cool breeze.
Yeah.
Totally different weather from last week.
91 degrees in the middle of September. Just a nice.
Get over, pitcher. Get over. Get
Missouri
over. Get
fake
over.
Summer. Jones had a hard time with it, and he lofted it. And you can't do that against somebody like Devin Braswell, just too athletic. And that is going to be scored as an infield single. So there you go, DJ Braswell in the hit column, baby. Loving every minute of it, I am sure. So for the moment, Locos stick with Tyler Gooden. Speaking of the heat, looks like he's having a little trouble. It is definitely warm on the field, Steve. As you well know, the turf soaks up that heat, and that heat stays. It's going to still be hot tonight after the sun goes down for the Suckers and the Mountain Ducks. Batter is Brady Dean, who took a daddy hack at a baseball out
Baseball night in America. You got going. I like it.
It's baseball night in the Ozarks. Well, it'll be baseball night in America one day, but
contiguous United States.
For the moment, it's just the Ozarks. 0-1 to Dean. Breaking pitch way up high.
Got it.
Like I said, Cole Hazelhorst, one of the top defensive catchers in the league. I would dare put him up there with Courtney Spitz from the Suckers, perhaps. Fastball
low again.
Missed low. So after a very impatient swing at a first pitch, Brady Dean has regained a little bit of plate command here.
Got the advantage again now. That may have hit him. Nope.
We're not going to say it hit him, but it is a wild pitch. And so Devin Braswell advances. He is into scoring position, and that would represent an insurance run. Showman up by 1 at the moment. 1 out here in the 7th.
3-1.
And with Dean, Henson, and Carlson, got to be salivating if you're rooting purple. 3-1. That's outside. That's a walk to Brady Dean.
Mace is working his way to the mound.
Yep. He is making the signal. We're going to have ourselves a Henry's Towing pitching
Got
change.
the hook. Sparky Anderson. Captain Hook. Dating myself, aren't I?
Oh, not terribly bad. I mean,
thought that was coming.
You're at least talking about someone who has managed baseball in my lifetime. So there's that.
There we go.
Chandler Veet is going to come on for the Locos. Let's give you the deets on the Iceman. Chandler Veet, the nickname certainly not for his disposition, which is very friendly and warm, believe it or not. Mansfield, Missouri's Chandler Veet now lives in Nixa, Missouri, and sells real estate. Played for the legendary Doug Jones at Mansfield High School. In 2022, Veet has thrown 5 1/3. He has given up 2 earned runs on 6 hits, struck out 7, walked 2, and
How many
because
has he
it's
hit?
Chandler Veet, he has hit 2.
That's down.
Batters, that is down.
That's down.
I dare say he's picked up a little bit of command. 3.38 the ERA for Veet, who is 1-1 and also has 1 save, so he's done a little bit of everything. Second stint for Veet with the Locos. His best season in the Grip and Rip Baseball League was 2020 with the Springfield Mets. He threw 23 1/3 innings that year, had a 4.63 ERA, 23 strikeouts to 8 walks, and 4 hit batters. And yes, we call him the Iceman because oftentimes his big loopy curveball does not hook up correctly, and when it doesn't, he tends to plunk batters, especially right-handed batters. And Chandler Veet is the proud holder of the single inning record for batters hit in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Hit 4 men in one inning back in 2019 with the Sumatat Yoga Yogis, playing for the son of his high school coach, Evan Jones, back then. But
there you go.
That was a game against Austin Kendrick's Shockers, I do believe. They had that was
may have been sitting with you on that one.
That was a team that just had magnets in their pants. I felt like those guys just wore a lot. But Veet hit 4 batters in 1 inning, and we like to kid around. He does a lot of broadcasting work for us as well. But make no mistake, he's a competitor, and he wants to be, not just a good pitcher in this league, but good baseball player and a good teammate contending for a title once again after getting oh so close with the Mets in 2020. He is pretty hopeful that this is going to be the one for the Republic Locos. This is a good pairing as well, him with Cole Hazelhorst.
Talk it over a little bit here.
Because Hazelhorst, being a younger guy, he's a little more cerebral, I think, than people give him credit for, but he can somehow manage to stop pitchers like Chandler Veet from overthinking.
His warm-ups were a lot of breaking balls that ended with a fastball.
Well, he's got, early in his GRBL career, Chandler threw breakers a lot, and just every once in a while you'd see the fastball. He used to joke about, oh yeah, here it comes, 65 miles an hour, but he does throw harder than that. Yeah. We're seeing more fastballs. We're seeing more of a mix of pitches. He's actually got a changeup that is not too bad. And a slider as well in certain situations. But, the Veet curveball is kind of what the name is made. There it was to Skyler Henson. Lifted and caught by Matt Spangler, the second baseman. Runners got back in time, but nevertheless, just like that. One pitch.
One out.
One out.
You're with me now. I saw that.
That's efficiency.
Can't beat that. This will be an interesting at bat.
2 guys that like the stuff that moves. Jacob Carlson walked last time. 1-4-2 in this game with a single.
Lead outside.
Well, Veet knows who Carlson is, so he might be a little careful with 2 outs. Don't want to load the bases, but you also don't want to let Carlson send one into the parking lot. 1-0, curve outside.
That's 2-0, correct?
Yeah, there are 2 outs.
Off one on the scoreboard. Nice having the scoreboard back this year, isn't it? After last year, you got it. I'm sure you appreciate it. I mean,
The fried lightning, yeah.
yeah, that's nice. Got it. Got the outside corner that time.
Yep. That'll make it 2-1. Two-seam fastball. Carlson staying patient. Veet from the belt. Slide step and a curve. Swing and a miss. That
Even up.
Butte. 2-2.
Didn't stay on that one, did he?
Let's see what Chandler does here. Will Hazelhorst call for the gas? Might they try to run something in? Fastball on the outer half. A little split-second hesitation, but a called strike 3. And so the Showmen threaten, but come away empty-handed. They still lead 3-2. We have played 7. We will head to the 8th with Republic looking to answer right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well. So there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
Yeah, Grandma. Getting a word in edgewise with Grandma isn't always easy.
Oh, yeah, check.
Depositing her birthday check from your phone, on the other hand,
Of course I deposited the check.
surprisingly easy.
Yeah. It's in there. Yeah.
Mobile check deposit with the Great Southern mobile app. Easy. Download the app today.
Seth Burns back to work for the Branson Showmen. They have a 1-run lead headed into the 8th. Could be a big 8th inning for the Showmen here, and a big 8th inning for Seth Burns. Scheduled hitters will be Chris Mesa, Farron Cogdill, and then back to the top of the order, Caleb Cole, although I think we may see a pinch hit. I'm trying to tell who's up there. Looks like Dusty Nealis has a bat in his hand. And then, so yeah, it should be Mesa, Cogdill, and Caleb Cole. As we see the graphic up on the scoreboard there, 50 hits for Caleb Cole, just the second GRBL player to ever do that.
That's pretty slick there.
The billowing smoke. Full swing photograph from Mike Hudgens. Very
put
cool.
That together pretty quick, didn't they?
All day. Derek Seiko is, in addition to being our game broadcast producer, occasionally produces some stuff for the Tron in grand fashion. So
that was nice and timely. I like it.
So here is Chris Mesa. He's ahead in the count here, 1-0 on Burns. Swings at a fastball, chopped. 2 hops to the shortstop, Carter Rennie, up with it. And the throw right to the chest of the first baseman, Toby Yorks. The big glove day continues for Carter Rennie.
Number of assists today, has they? Made everything out.
I'm counting right here. 3, 4, 5,
7,
6.
I bet.
I had 1 unassisted put out. And yeah, 7 assists and 1 unassisted put out.
He stood out anyway. You just notice.
The kid is gloving it. Dusty Nealis, the pinch hitter, looks at a strike. Ooh, swing and a miss there. Seth Burns just continuing to do what he does, which is be sneaky good, sneaky effective on that pitcher's mound. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Down goes Neelis. 4 strikeouts in 2 2/3 for Seth Burns. Back to the top of the order we go. Caleb Cole stands in.
He keeps this up. He may have to visit you after the game. That'd be one. Just throwing it out
I
there.
think you're reading my mind here,
He's
Steve.
kind of a possibility.
I would definitely think so. So Burns impressing, as has Carter Rinney today with the glove. 2
There's
outs
a strike.
and a strike to Cole.
Looked like a strike halfway there. Anyway, I called that one a little early myself.
No, that's one of those you feel
Looked like
good
out of the
about.
hand there was going to be a strike.
I think Caleb Cole knew it too. He just kept the bat back. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, he did it again. And now, yeah, that gets in your head a little bit as a hitter. Caleb's going to step out. I would strongly consider it. Oh, now a step out. Yeah, Cole.
But this one doesn't have to be for a strike.
No, you could put one in the brown turf, in the dirt, if you will.
That Berber.
0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, and that's going to get through hit number 51, the career of Caleb Cole. A little bit of a misplay perhaps for Acosta, but I'm going hit on that.
I'm with you.
I mean, I'm sure Drew Acosta thinks he would like to have that back.
I think he'd like to have the pitch back. I think that was too good a pitch, 0-2. Went the fastball, and
yep,
little too good. I think Caleb Cole's going to take second base here.
Trailing by a run, yep, takes off. McPherson fires. Throw was on target, but not in time. It's a stolen base for Caleb Cole. And here we go, the tying run. Into score position now for the Locos.
You got Caleb Cole stolen bases. How many has on those? I imagine he's pretty up on the tops in that too. If I was guessing, need somebody from the booth.
Well, yeah, I would need
some research on that.
I need another partner for that one. Partner.
I'm not the partner you need on that one.
Trent
There's a base hit,
sends one
and
into
he
left
will be
field.
coming in.
Cole gets the wave around. It's misplayed slightly. Avery Hart fires home, not in time, and we are tied.
Man, I wish he'd have caught that clean. It would have been a play to play.
It would have.
He's got one of the better arms in the league.
Could have, would have, and should have. But the bottom line is we are tied 3-3. Seth Burns probably deserving a little bit better than what's happened with the last two batters. Credit the Locos for doing well at the right time, it has to be said. It's going to bring up a Phoenix home health mound visit. Cole Rourke, the Branson skipper, out to talk to Seth Burns. And you've absolutely got to stick with Burns here.
He would have came up with that clean. There would have been one of the few people who would have had a shot at Cole to play on that with 2 outs.
I think he could have gunned it.
It would have been a good one.
He was thinking about the throw before he secured the baseball. That's exactly what that was. So now, situation changes. Tied 3-3. And you're the showman. You've got to think about not coughing up the lead here. Whatever you do, trust your guys to produce in the 8th and the 9th. First pitch to Cole Hazelhorst.
Got a ground ball out of the inning.
Breaker to second.
Stay down, Skyler. Make a play.
Henson
there you go.
Made the throw a little bit interesting, but Toby Yorks there to pick it. And the showmen get out of the inning, but not before a single from Caleb Cole and an RBI single off the bat of Trent Simpson. Tie the score, 3-3. Branson will try to answer right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free right here on YouTube, sponsored by Central Bank of the Ozarks.
When times are tough, you turn to the people you trust. For more than 100 years, Central Bank has weathered many a storm, and through it all, shown what it means to be a true community bank. Our people are working right now to keep your money moving, to keep your businesses strong, to keep our community strong. Central Bank has been named a Forbes magazine Top 100 Bank for 12 years in a row. When we say strong roots, we mean it. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
Hi, everyone. This is Bob Costas, and I'd like to tell you about an interesting new baseball book, A Year of Playing Catch. by Ethan Bryan. A Year of Playing Catch is the story of how a lifelong fan was inspired to take a whimsical journey of discovery and the power of our national pastime to forge lasting connections. You can pick up your copy after any Ozark Mountain Ducks game or from your favorite bookseller or online. That's A Year of Playing Catch.
Back live at U.S. Baseball Park. Chandler Veet back to the pitcher's mound for the Republic Locos. 3-3, they are tied with the Branson Showmen. This GRBL Sunday triple-header rolls on. Coming up at 6, it's baseball night in the Ozarks as the Christian County fight for Highway 14 renewed. The Nixa Suckers 4-0, trying to stay unbeaten against the 2-2 Ozark Mountain Ducks.
Got the opposing managers talking over down there at third base.
Love to see that. Cole Rourke, the Branson skip, talking things with
Plotting here.
You ever walk out there and say, this is exactly what I'm going to do to you?
Here's what's going to happen. Here's how it's going down.
Well, I know coaches kind of, of course, you guys compete against each other all the time, but there is a certain appreciation for each other, if you will, right, Steve?
I agree. Totally.
You've been up and down the roads, rode many a school bus to exotic and not so exotic locations across Missouri.
That's a fact. You guys better stick together when you're coaching.
Yeah. There's a finite amount of high schools in Missouri, at least for the moment, and it helps if you you don't have to love everybody, I'm sure, but at least get along professionally. Yeah.
Why can't we all get along? It looks like they are.
So David Edwards will bat for the Showmen. 3-3 is the score, bottom of the 8th. It'll be Edwards and then Troy McPherson and Toby Yorks. So pretty nice part of the order here for Branson. Working against Chandler Veet, who's going to try to serve up a few grounders and rely on the guys behind him to make some plays.
Got the outside half.
David Edwards got hit by a pitch last time. 1 for 2 with a single today. 0-1 pitch. Misses high.
Upstairs.
Yeah, just sort of, up that top hat on the chest of the Branson Showman logo on Edwards' jersey. A little too high.
Definitely.
1-1.
Foul that one up down the right field line.
David Edwards wanted that one. Sprayed it foul. That might be out on the northbound lanes of Highway 65. It was carrying.
Perfect world. They'd like to get one and hold them, wouldn't they?
That's the plan, I would imagine. Showmen are going to have to make a pitching change for the 9th.
That's up.
Seth Burns is out of innings.
We haven't had a whole lot of extra inning games this year, have we?
We've not had any.
I was thinking, I can't recall. For a while there, that's all we had. It was like extra inning, extra inning.
Yeah, it was 2020. We had a lot. It was fun, though. I enjoy it. I don't care who wins or loses.
That's hitting.
Just give me a close game to call. And so the Iceman strikes. It's
Found
a
a home.
batsman. That's his first one of those today. Batter is Troy McPherson with a man on. So Edwards. Nobody out. He represents the go-ahead run. He is 270 feet away.
The extra innings, they're going with the runner on second for the first two and then change it after that.
The California tiebreaker, as they call it. I don't know if Californians invented it, but that is what it is known as. It's, it's not like the bad old days in the GRBL where you automatically loaded the bases and put 2 outs on the board.
I kind of like it.
I enjoyed the brevity it would yield sometimes, but it was also anticlimactic to see a walk-off hit by pitch or a walk-off walk.
I can remember the first one. Dan England came in. threw a
that
strike.
first year, you had to throw a strike.
Yeah, you had to. That's a lot
It
of
was
pressure.
even wilder. It was bases loaded,
3-2.
2 outs, and a 3-2 count. So that's
That
just
came off the emphasis on why is the league. What would you do for one more pitch? Or one more swing?
you had to throw a strike. Oh, and the runner takes off. Edwards got a
huge
tremendous jump, and I think Veet knew midway through his throwing motion that he was going to concede second base there.
Should get something to hit here.
It's Troy McPherson ahead 2-0. Opportunity knocking on the door for the Showmen.
Upstairs. Walk doesn't hurt you here.
No,
but
I'm sure Troy would like to have it, but he'd like to just send one into the
he'd
outfield.
like to wail on one.
Bring David Edwards
Got
home.
a
That
base
is
hit. I believe that's going to get down.
tailing down. Yes, drops in front of the center fielder Simpson. The whoa sign comes up for Rourke, and so
I
that's
was a little late getting in the middle of the diamond there, but nobody hurt.
first and third. Nice piece from Troy McPherson. And so again, nobody out. First and third for Toby Yorks.
So a tough read. He couldn't see if that was going to get down or not. So, well.
And if you are Branson, this is a guy you like coming up. He is 0 for on the day, but 8 hits on the season. Just need him to go up here with a clear mind. 3-3, 3-2-3 rather, is the score. Bottom of the 8th, Veet steps off, takes the hat off, getting some words of encouragement from both his skip, Chris Mazo, over at third, and the Locos de facto infield captain, Caleb Cole.
They're still playing back here.
Yeah, not seemingly worried about keeping a run off are the Locos. Well, the infielders are in and guarding the lines. Fastball to Yorks, swung on, fouled off. Up to the top concourse it goes, third base side.
He hits it to short or second. They should have a run.
That'd be the plan. Toby Yorks, generally good at keeping it in play, however, has struck out twice today. 0-1. Curveball swung over the top. Toby thinking about launching one all the way to Branson from here.
Yes, he did.
But that is why Chandler Veet is who he is. That curve stymies even the best of them. Back to the high heat, and that's up and out of the zone. 1-2. These guys were teammates back in 2020. Decent friendship formed. Curveball. Yorks sends that one. First base side. Jones steps on the bag. Throw home. They sent the runner Edwards, and Hazelhorst with no mask tags him out. Boy, I don't know why he took off. And the Showman skip, Cole Rourke's body language says it all. Face in a hand for Cole Rourke. So that was a 2-out play. Goes down as a 1-2 double play. So now
Locos got a little life after that, didn't they?
Good. I'm not sure why the runner would have taken off as quickly as that ball went down the first base side. Nevertheless, that runner at second, Josh Wilbanks, by the way, courtesy running for the catcher McPherson. It's definitely a speed upgrade. No offense to Troy. Is what it is. Curve ball to Avery hard is a strike. So Jamar 1 for 3 today, an infield single and a run batted in.
Might want to extend that lead at second base. Score.
Not holding him too much. Ooh, high heat. Avery Hart swung at one at his eyes. And if Chandler Veet can get the out here, momentum, I would think, shifts back to the Locos. Fastball high. Avery Hart did not oblige.
2-1?
Should be 1-2.
Not sure.
Veet from the belt. Curveball. Avery Hart checked it. Struck him out. Down on strikes. Goes Jamar Avery Hart, and out of the inning goes Chandler Veet. 3-3 is the score. That got interesting, but the Showmen have to feel like an opportunity was squandered. We will go to the 9th inning. Back with more right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, brought to you live and free all day on YouTube.
At Big Whiskies, we believe that great food and drink accompanied by the perfect toast can bring anyone together.
Boys, may the best day of your past be the worst day of your future.
Here's to the friends who know us well but manage to like us anyway.
Here's to my neighbor Janet for breaking down my bathroom door when I had too much soap on my hands to open it from the inside. Oxable Woman. Big Whiskies, American Restaurant and Bar.
Redline Athletics is the Ozark's #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
It's a Henry's towing pitching change for the Branson Showmen as the hand was forced. Seth Burns threw his allotted 3 innings, and the Showman manager Cole Rourke elects to call his own number. So Rourke will handle pitching details for the Purple Gang. He is the newest member of the GRBL's 100 Strikeout Club, which has 4 members now. Cole for the season, 9 1/3 innings pitched. Let me make sure I have that right. First of all, yep, 9 1/3, 5 earned runs on 11 hits, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, has not hit a batter, allowed just 1 extra base hit. And so that 4.82 ERA, actually pretty high by Cole Rourke standards, came into the season with 67 1/3 innings pitched, 19 earned on 54 hits, and 88 strikeouts, so a 2.54 ERA. Entering the year, it's a career ERA at the moment of 2.93. First pitch to Kyle Carpenter.
Inside.
Is a fastball in, and Cole Rourke, on top of magnificent numbers, one of the hardest throwers out here of all 90 players in the Grip and Rip League. Can legitimately hit 90 with the fastball. Kyle Carpenter swung and grounded one.
Ground ball to first.
Took a few steps out of the batter's box and realized that would have been futile as Toby Yorks with the hot hand down there at first base. That's a big out there. This is a meaty part of the order for the Locos. Ethan Cole is up next. He's
This could be a
3
tough
today.
play.
High chopper. Skyler Henson
And-
way back. He sailed the throw. That brought Yorks off the bag. He did well just to secure the baseball there.
Base hit.
I would go infield single there for Ethan Cole. 2 hits for him today. I mean, would have been exceptionally tough for Henson.
I agree.
So Ethan Cole, actually the elder of the 2 brothers on the Locos, now is 7 for 14 as a rookie here in the Grip and Rip. So, just hitting 500, no big deal.
Not too shabby, huh?
Brother Caleb has 51 hits now, but Ethan with 7. And they are pinch running, so this is Tyler Gooden running for Ethan Cole. And Cole is not a catcher or a pitcher, so this is just a swap. Tyler Jones bats. Into the left-handed batter's box he goes. So Tyler Gooden represents a go-ahead run for the Locos in the top of the ninth. Swing and a
Strike
miss by
one.
Jones
Came
in
right
the
after
hands of
him.
Cole Rourke. That's pretty typical of Rourke. Just trust your stuff when it feels good. Doesn't matter what the other guy has done. Be aggressive. Ooh, an excuse me swing. Trickles one. Second baseman Henson ranges over. Nice job by him to kind of pause for a beat there, Steve.
Took his
Make
time,
sure
set his feet, got the out at first base. I agree.
So that moves Gooden up into scoring position, but it also puts the second out on the board. That sets it up for Logan Prock. Prock today, 1 for 2. A walk, a single, a strikeout. Logan on the season, 6 hits, 15.
Who's on deck? That might be base hit down the
That's
line.
gonna go.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is fair.
It is fair, and that's going to be trouble. Locos lead.
That's a
4-3. Logan Prock, an RBI triple, standing up. So Logan Prock, first pitch he saw, he delivers. 4-3. Just down that right field line. You saw the big cloud of pellets as it came down.
You saw the pellets fly.
4-3. Locos take the lead in the top of the ninth. This is Matt Spangler. Answer your question there.
I was thinking about putting him on first base.
I mean, too little.
But I didn't know what Spangler had going on today.
Too little, too late now. Spangler 0 for 3 on the day. That might have been a good move, but hindsight.
It's always a good move on after the fact, isn't it?
Sure
From
is.
up here.
Well, hey, you're in the Hall of Fame for that coaching stuff, you know. Oh, that's ours. That's ours. Right in front of the camera, it drops. Takes a healthy carom back down into the lower bowl.
That was about right on the line down there, wasn't it? You couldn't have placed that one any better from here, it looked like, didn't it?
Ooh, the 1-1 fastball.
This might be trouble.
That's going to get down. Rennie hurries the throw. My goodness. Carter Rennie just saved a run. Tremendous day for that young man. Just continues. He's been responsible for 8 outs. But the Locos did score, and so the Locos take the lead, 4-3. And this is the commercial-free 9th inning presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. So bottom part of the order coming up here, Steve. That'll be Drew Acosta, Carter Rennie, Devin Braswell if they leave him in. Could see some pinch hitting. They've got Josh Wilbanks. They've got Weston Wilbanks. Cole Rourke could bat himself, maybe, maybe not. And Locos are also going to the pen, so it's a Henry's toe and pitching change for them. The left-hander Kyle Carpenter, he was a starter a season ago with the Nixa Suckers as a rookie. He has been named the closer for the Locos. I kind of feel like the Locos needed to find ways to get him some innings. This is a big one here. If he can get 3 outs, he will pitch 1 inning today and end up getting a win. So Kyle Carpenter in 2022, 4 1/3. He's given up 1 earned run on 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 1, a 2.08 ERA with a save.
There you go.
In 2021, he threw 39 1/3 with Courtney Spitz's Nixa Suckers club. 16 earned runs on 41 hits, so just over a hit per inning. 26 strikeouts, very good, against just 7 walks and 1 hit batsman, a 3.66 ERA as a rookie. Kyle Carpenter, just 25 years old, showed a whole ton of promise. This was a guy, I remember his first tryout, his first bullpen. You know, you could tell maybe he hadn't played baseball in a couple of years, but his command was very good.
Looks like he could be tough on left-handed. Drops down there.
Yeah, it kind of has, you know, it goes 3/4 most of the time, but can drop the arm. So it will be Drew Acosta has the bat in his hand for the Showmen. They trail by a run. It'll be Acosta and Rennie. It looks like Braswell does have a helmet on there on the top step of the dugout. So Showmen sticking with the lineup card as it stands. Cole Hastelhorst out to talk to Carpenter, and these guys are friends. They have a little experience actually playing at the club baseball level at Missouri State University.
Okay.
So not Keith Gutton's team, but the guys who get in their own cars and drive to faraway places just to continue playing.
Opportunities.
Carpenter sends one home. Drew
Not gonna stay
Acosta puts one that is tailing down. Caught in center field by Trent Simpson for the first out.
Oh, take the edge off a little bit. Get that first out.
One pitch, one out. It's got to feel good about that when you're a closer. Brings up Carter Rennie, who is 1 for 3 today. And yep, Braswell in the on-deck circle. So tying run at the plate. Carter Rennie looked at a strike. That's Kyle Carpenter throws a lot of strikes. You know, where he gets away from it is, you know, does he throw one fat and over the middle of the plate? Rennie chops one in.
Got 2 outs here.
Carpenter off the mound, spins and throws. Tyler Jones getting beaten up over there at first base. Looks like he got.
We both got hit on that. We kind of threw that one up the line a little bit.
Popped in the face.
Hit a little run on that left-hander throw to first base.
And Rennie going over there like he's safe, trying to. Or is he just showing sportsmanship? I'm not sure what this is. Locos have huddled the whole infield to see if Tyler Jones is okay. TJ talking things over with the field umpire.
Tyler's going to say maybe I like second base.
Tyler's going to probably say, I want to go to left field again.
Let's go back in the outfield or
back in
maybe
my,
a little second base action.
Back to my, you know, people don't run into you when you're the left fielder in general.
So kind of hung him out on that a little bit, was up the line.
So 2 outs on the board. Just 2 pitches, or 3 pitches rather, for Kyle Carpenter. Showmen are down to their last out. Locos trying to improve to 3-2. Showman and Devin Braswell trying not to let it happen.
This would not appear to be a good matchup, but you never know, huh?
Lefty on lefty this time. Braswell in the box. Carpenter comes home.
Up.
Ran him up and in, and that's ball 1.
That's a strike. Outside corner. 1-1.
Fastball missed low. Okay. I thought maybe we'd get the point there. He's got a better view of it than I do. 2-1. Breaking pitch. Braswell swings. This is into play. Carpenter
That's
off the mound.
ball game.
Barehanded.
Nice job.
Another 1-3, and that does it. 4-3. The Republic Locos are winners. They do it with 1 run coming across in the 9th. Very well played game. Kind of a shame somebody had to lose it at the end, but it is the Republic Locos getting the win. 4-3. They improve to 3-2 in the GRBL North Division, and so as do the Springfield Metropolitans. So those 2 teams go into tiebreakers to decide our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Chris Mesa's gesturing. We're going to go with Logan Prock. He was 2 for 3 today with a key RBI triple in the 9th.
Big hit.
Logan Prock, our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Although a very special nod goes to Caleb Cole, most certainly. Young man had a double down the left field line in the 3rd. That was the 50th hit of his GRBL career, and then he had a single in the 8th.
Single stolen base, got him back in the game, and then played his solid, as usual,
a run scoring.
Shortstop.
Got a little sound queued up on Caleb Cole here. I was sitting on it, didn't get to use it in game, but
see what you got.
Take a listen to this. This is Caleb Cole discussing his Hall of Fame induction in 2021, where he was the first player ever inducted into the GRBL Hall of Fame.
It was a great accomplishment, and I don't want the Hall of Fame to be something where I ease up on now. I'm going to keep striving to be a good role model on the field, a good role model off the field, a great teammate, and I want the next person that's inducted to have the same feeling about it. The reason I get to play every week is from the other 89 guys that were out there too. So I appreciate all those men that voted me in.
And yeah, Caleb Cole did not let up. He's having a very nice 2022 campaign as a member of the Republic Locos. Now 51 hits for his career, second all time behind Skyler Carter, who is with the Ozark Mountain Ducks this year. He will go try to add to his lead. He has got a 10-hit cushion for the moment. He's at 61. So in total, you know, that hit total is Carter versus the field. But hey, look out. Some of these guys are trying to catch him, Steve Lale.
I agree. Not what Cole said. That's exactly what he does. He comes out, plays the game the right way, and looks like he has fun doing it, and shows up every time and gives it 100%.
I got a feeling we might hear.
Revs off on his teammates, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a feeling we're going to hear from Caleb Cole. Hopefully, Logan Prock, maybe Chris Mesa, some other Locos coming up as post-game coverage will roll on.
Before you turn me loose,
yeah.
Thank you for bringing me in on your 100th game.
Well, absolutely, Steve.
You've gotten better, and your other guest host much better too. So, all good.
I appreciate it. Well, you were here for one, and so I think it's only fitting that you were here for 100. And hey, you and I are going to do this again someday. All right.
We'll do it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That is Steve Lale, the Missouri High School Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Famer. My 100th GRBL game broadcast is not quite over. We'll talk some things over with the Republic Locos. They are 4-3 winners when we come back right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, live and free on YouTube.
Let's talk about some of the dynamic athletes who played in the Negro Leagues. And I always look at it this way. When I see a LeBron James or I see Michael Jordan come back try to play baseball, those were athletes that would have been in the Negro Leagues. There was no other professional option.
No question. The greatest athletes in the world played baseball because that was really the only way that you could make a living in a team sport. And if you're going to be a prize fighter and get in the ring with Joe Louis, go right ahead. Not too many people were making that business decision.
Negro League baseball, all you needed was a bus, a couple of sets of uniforms. You could have 20 of the best athletes that ever lived.
They could have played anything. Jackie Robinson's weakest sport was like with baseball.
Robbie's coming to the plate. He steals it.
He was a much better basketball, football, track athlete, hell, some say an even better tennis player.
Well, I don't know what kind of a man I am, but I think I'm a pretty good ball player.
Guys like Nat Sweetwater Clifton, who was the first African-American to sign a contract in the NBA. He's a 6'7", 6'8" first baseman for the Chicago American Giants. Goose Tatum, who was perhaps the game's first real two-sport professional star, invented the hook shot, is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, was a slick fielding first baseman for the Indianapolis Clowns. So that's the kind of athlete that the Negro Leagues were drawing.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well. So there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
Hi, everyone. This is Bob Costas, and I'd like to tell you about an interesting new baseball book, A Year of Playing Catch by Ethan Bryan. A Year of Playing Catch is the story of how a lifelong fan was inspired to take a whimsical journey of discovery and the power of our national pastime to forge lasting connections. You can pick up your copy after any Ozark Mountain Ducks game or from your favorite bookseller or online. That's A Year of Playing Catch.
This coffee just isn't doing it for me today.
You say that every morning.
Yeah, I just can't get my day started.
You should really try Sumit's Hot Yoga. They have early morning classes, and trust me, it wakes you up better than coffee.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661. And go Locos.
I'm Nicole Hartnell with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Ransberger back with you live at U.S. Baseball Park, where the Republic Locos are winners 4-3. They get it done. It took all 9 innings to do it, but luckily, baseball games are exactly scheduled to be 9 innings long. So pleased to be joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game, Logan Prock. His RBI triple out into right field in the top of the 9th inning made the score 4-3. And Logan, let's talk through a monumental hit for you. Just what did you see on the pitch from Cole Rourke there?
Well, Cole's always been one of the top arms in this league, so I went up there looking fastball. Luckily, he threw me one first pitch, and that's what I was aiming for.
So were you head down running, or what did you see when the baseball came down and kicked up a cloud of pellets?
I was willing it fair the whole way, and then as soon as I saw it drop, I put my head down and took off.
So yeah, triple. You just told me off the air. You feel like the 90 feet between the bases gets a little bit longer every year.
Yeah, every year it gets a little bit longer.
So 2 for 4, and Logan, I've just in broadcasting your games over the years. You're a wily veteran of this league. You got your 5 years of service time and then some, so you're Hall of Fame eligible. I always say, man, Logan Prock is just sneaky good, and you're having another one of your sneaky good years.
Well, appreciate that.
So what is a win today? You guys improved to 3-2. Just in terms of the overall build of the season, what does this do for you and the Locos?
I think it puts us in a pretty good spot moving forward. Offensively, we've kind of struggled here lately with runners in scoring position, but we're starting to get things together, starting to hit as a team. Pitchers are throwing a lot of strikes. Defense, we're making the plays. And I feel a win today puts us in a good spot moving forward.
Yeah, what has this been like for you? You guys have a talented group of outfielders, yourself and Trent Simpson, and today Ethan Cole, but Tyler Jones may be a first baseman full time now. But that's a talented group of guys to play with. For sure.
It's nice to have all the talent out there because it gives me an opportunity to not have to play out there sometimes, which is nice when I'm getting old.
And then same thing, swinging the bat. You're sandwiched in between Tyler Jones and Matt Spangler, and I feel like you've kind of found a home there.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I feel like I'm getting a lot more fastballs this year than I've seen in previous years.
Let's talk about life away from baseball a little bit for you. You're a teacher up in Lebanon, Missouri?
Yep, teacher, and then I'll be going into my 9th season coaching there at the high school as well this spring.
Okay, you coach the underclass guys? Or?
JV and varsity.
Okay.
Yep.
So how is that? I would imagine that can get rather interesting sometimes with some of the personalities.
Yes, absolutely.
And the Ozark Conference, of course, known for some pretty long bus rides.
Yeah, luckily Joplin got taken out of the Ozark Conference, so the farthest one now is West Plains.
There's just no short way to go to West Plains.
There's no good way.
Well, Logan, what would it mean for you if you and the Locos are perhaps able to put a little something together and make a playoff run?
That would be really special for me. I've been in the league, as you said, 5 years now, and I've yet to make it out of the first round of the playoffs. So to be able to do that would be pretty special this season.
I think the hunger is there for you and several of your teammates. So you guys are fun to watch.
Yep.
So that is Logan Prock. We will let you go. Let's bring in your skip,
Alrighty.
Chris Mesa, who is underneath a towel out there somewhere. Chris, hop on in. And let's break it down. Hop on in to that captain's chair. So Chris, first of all, 4-3. Cole Rourke fires the fastball. Logan Prock puts the wood to it. What is your thought as that ball is in the air, tailing and flirting with that right field foul line?
I was actually sitting in the far corner of the dugout, right by the opening, and I saw him hit it, or I heard him hit it, and I kind of just slowly poked my head around the rail. I was saying a couple, Hail Marys and Our Fathers, going back to my Catholic school days.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's one of those things that we talk about it every year. Or at least every week this year, that we're really good when we get to do things with 2 strikes, 2 outs, and those kind of situations. I was joking around a couple of weeks ago when the season first started, and I hopped on Amazon and I bought some toy trains just to kind of Thomas the Train. So every time we do something good, it's we've been passing out trains.
Get a train car. Yeah, I have seen a few of those floating around.
So I tell the guys 2 out RBIs, that's a train, making a good play. Caleb's made 7 or 8 good plays so far this year. He's probably got the most trains right now, but I think guys are thriving on that, getting that opportunity to be in those big situations. I think it's just going to help us as the season goes forward.
Hey, you've got 4 runs today, and then 4 different players had RBIs. Ethan Cole got you 1 back in the first. Cole Haselhorst after Caleb Cole's big historic double down the left field line, and then Trent Simpson had an RBI shot in the 8th, and then Logan Prock came through for you. And you got to feel good about just the lineup up and down after a game like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've had conversations in the dugout. We kind of beat ourselves against that Nixa team. I know they played well and we didn't. I felt we left a lot of people on base, and just like Logan said, we're kind of getting better now as the weeks go on. I think having that off week during Labor Day just kind of really hurt us. I would have liked to have had that game closer against the Mets. I mean, obviously they came out and they swung it really well and threw it really well. So we just got beat that week. But I think we're usually just beating ourselves and not throwing strikes, not playing defense. I built this team around pitching and defense, and when one of those 2 things doesn't show up or both of them don't show up, it's going to be kind of ugly for us.
Speaking of pitching, you get another quality start out of John Bortz today. He gave you 5, gave up a couple of runs. But, Tyler Gooden had a stumble out of the gates, but was kind of effective when he needed to be. And then handing the ball to Kyle Carpenter there in the 9th, who gave you 3 up and 3 down. It's got to feel good when another team is in that situation trying to claw back a 1-run lead, and you've got a guy the caliber of Kyle Carpenter to hand the baseball to.
Yeah, I think that was my goal today. As you saw the lineup, I put him in as a DH, and it just kind of made life easy for him. He just hit, go back to the dugout, hang out till we needed him. And we kind of all jokingly had that conversation in the dugout between me and him and Chandler. Chandler selfishly wanted the win, so he went out and gave Kyle the save. So, but I mean, I think that's one of those really big benefits for me is that Kyle's doing a really good job at the plate, but he's also one of those guys I can bring in a pinch and he can get me out of an inning. And he's got pretty good stuff, and it's been showing this year so far.
So 3-2, you and the Springfield Mets both 3-2. So playoff implications still hanging out. I'll decipher all that tomorrow exactly who's in possession of first place as that works. But coming up next Sunday, September 25th, 6:00 p.m., you guys are the visiting team at the Moon City Mavericks, another division game. So I know the Mavericks are still hungry, looking for win number 1, but that's a big game for both clubs.
Yeah, I think next week kind of puts us in a really good spot to, whether it's tie with Springfield or take at least a really good grasp of second place there. Being able to have the home, if we end up with second place, I think having the fact of being the home team in the playoffs is really important. And at this point, I'm really hoping that Dan doesn't get his first win against us. I love the guy to death, but
you just don't want to be
but I think it's gonna,
one.
but I think it's gonna be a good game. They have they're better than the record shows. I
Oh,
think
absolutely.
honestly, I think they've just been having a couple bad innings here and there, and it's costing more the times than they needed to. So I think that staff together, they'll be pretty good.
Well, Chris Mesa, nice win for you guys today. 4-3, defeat the Branson Showmen.
Thanks, Rance. Appreciate it.
See you next Sunday.
Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, thank you very much. So that is Chris Mesa. He and the Locos, 4-3 victors. They improved to 3-2 on the campaign. We will see them next Sunday night, 6 o'clock p.m. They are the baseball night in the Ozarks game against the Moon City Mavericks. That's going to do it for us. We'll shut down the stream. GRBL's YouTube channel will be back to bring you the Nixa Suckers and the Ozark Mountain Ducks. That one's scheduled to come up in just a few minutes. We're running a little bit behind, but don't go anywhere. Nixa Suckers and Mountain Ducks next. And until then, good night from Ozark, Missouri.